Oh, hello. Why can't I hear you? Why can't I hear you?
All right. All right. Let's see how these fucking mics work. 1, 2, 3, check. Frekaleka mic checker. We're live once again. Well, not once again, for the very first time. And I need to go rip a Billy. So I don't know. I think that works. Can't even find the levels in StreamYard. What up? We'll just let this run. This StreamYards is fucking dumbed down compared to OBS. There's a fuckload more settings in OBS than this. Just had someone jump in, jump out. Hello. Just scroll. Then we hit them. There's no real rhyme or reason. So welcome to the Shadow Realm. This is where I get. Welcome. Yeah. soon as you jump on stream, you get a fucking phone call, eh? Jesus. I've got more people piling on in. Plenty of room in the shadow realm. Come on in. G'day, mate. Yeah, no one's seeing your fucking comments, mate. I fucking banned you to the shadow realm. Just joking. Crikey. Mic check 2 3. Are we clear? Mic check 2 3. Can you see me? I'm trying. All right. I've fucking blocked all colored vaults. Black, white, fucking purple, bright, fucking cyan, green, vault the green, vault the red, vault the blue. $236. But he got big day of fucking running up mountains tomorrow, mate. I gotta give it to him, though. He rolls with the punches pretty well. I've fucking dished out a bunch of burns onto that vault, and he just bounces back. He don't give a fuck. Water off the duck's back. But yeah, no. I think the most people I throw shit at is probably, it's gotta be Volt. Probably second, the Albo. They fucking bounce back. They take it in their stride. Volt's a trooper. I'm going travelling tomorrow. Yeah, I told you you're going to climb up a mountain. Me too. So I've never done this sort of stream before, really. Just I don't want to sit in and answer comments. But me goes Buddy E. King, Lewis Dean, Albo, Dosh. Yeah, I go in on that list pretty good too. Newman takes it pretty good. He bounces back fucking literally next stream. It's just like doesn't even remember what you just said to him, I think. How long's it been since you've used your voice on stream? Fuck, 12 months? Probably more. At least 12 months. All those other fucking stupid Talon Steve Day videos were all 2022. Yeah. September. Maybe later up to about October, November. And then that, yeah. No, I had a lot of videos up. Heaps of videos. Just like random shit, really. Like, sometimes they weren't even really about much. Just, I don't know, I just fucking launch into an accent and just run with it, really. And then I'd run out of accent and kind of just cut it off. And it's probably about 300 of them, at least. And then I used to put like, I don't know, like maybe a song or two in between each like 10 videos. So I like to break up like a little season. So I just like that is me talking on that other video on the channel, one where I just launch into Dean. Best accent, probably the Aussie one I'm doing at the moment. That one's pretty good. Nah, they're all fucking shit. They're fucking shit. Out, like, just be up there making a coffee or a fucking breakfast or something, and I just watch a video, like a random short, hear something, and then just start talking it. Like, they were pretty shit, like Deans and stuff like that, elbows. Yeah, really nothing spectacular. That's fun. Once you get into them a little bit, they're sort of fun. Mexicans, they were always a fun one. Like, doing like a Poachin accent or a fucking evil. It's all fun and games. show me this London accent, bro. Yeah, I can't do a London accent, Bob. You'll have to jump up and show me how to do it. Oh, fuck, I forgot about all that backstage. Fuck. Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, put it down here. Yeah, you gotta. You gotta watch them, buddy. Alright. So yeah, you can come on if you want. That's cool.
Oh, I'm in. Hello.
What's up? Well, I hold on, I can't hear shit.
I can hear the music quite loud. I don't know if that's...
Yeah, that's why I'm just trying to turn it down.
Yeah.
Just a bit tricky on the front. There we go.
Oh, that's nice. That stuff's fully loaded with fucking subliminal messages, that music in it. It's crazy.
Oh, it's cheesy as.
Yeah. All that stuff.
Okay, I'm just trying to turn your mic up a little bit.
Ah.
I think I turned it down just before. Yeah, right, yeah, try that.
Hello.
Yeah, that's heaps better.
All
Awesome.
right. Well, greetings. Finally, I get to say hello to you. Hello. It's great.
Yeah, hey, how are you?
All right. Nice to see you, Volp, as well. Yes, Volp, I thought you'd be tucked up in bed by now.
Yeah, you ain't coming on.
Is
I know that.
Victor's here, so I wonder if he might come on.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he cruised through one of my last tests, I think.
Oh, nice.
I think it was, I don't know. I was only really far, just chucked it on and then, same as that one before, I forgot that I actually had it on StreamYards and just went and played on YouTube.
So just like automatically putting it up there without you even fucking knowing, like.
Pretty much, like I've just gone to YouTube. I think I just started playing around in shorts and then went back to it about half hour later and it had all stopped and yeah, oh well.
Yeah, well, literally, I got to your thing like a minute or something after you'd stopped. I was just like, no, I just can't believe it.
Yeah, yeah, and I think I was only a couple of minutes after that, so it's like, yeah, I don't know why. I thought it would have just kept running.
Yeah, it's weird because like I was like, yeah, after I saw you come up, your notification come up, and I was like, right, I'm going to finish off at Slotham's and I'm going straight over there. And it was like literally as Slotham finished, that one finished of yours as well. And I was like, the timing is so shit.
Yeah, I can't be in Sloth. I'm banned.
What?
Yeah,
You're on
crazy
the
shit.
phone? Shut up! Really?
Yeah. No, I sound like all the others now, crying about being banned.
No, it's not crying. It's just surprising, isn't it? Like, because you've always been kind of on his side, really. Well, I don't know if you what you feel about him specifically, but we've all sort of fought against the same enemies, haven't we? So,
Yeah, it didn't take much.
I bet.
Like it definitely didn't take much. Like one comment, bang, ban, shadow
Wow.
realm, gone.
I wonder why. There's always something behind when people do that, like straight off bans like that. I always
Yeah,
think some
yeah, I
bad
don't know.
thing. I'll ask next time when he's got a live. I'll message in the thing and just ask what you did, what your crime was.
Ah, no, I couldn't give a fuck to tell you the truth. It's it's
You
probably
might know if
good.
I do. I'm always interested because I'm like, oh, what's the story there? Like, what? How did it happen?
Oh well, yeah, dig around if you like, but that's probably a good thing, really. Like, yeah, cuts back on watching something.
Well, yeah, I really like the Slotham lives. It's good. It's like old-fashioned TV thing. So it's like every week at a certain time, everyone tunes in. Quite like that.
Like the old TV shows.
Yeah. Everyone gathering around the wireless. It's good. So yeah, Vic says he might come up. Come on, Vic.
Yeah, you can come.
Oh,
I don't. Yeah, I don't care. The link's there. I just wasn't sure. Like, I've got to bring them in. They just can't click that link and jump in.
oh right. I don't know how it works. I need to learn because World's Strongest Man's coming in January, and I want to stream that. So
Well, this is pretty easy.
is it?
Yeah, StreamYards is pretty easy off your phone,
Oh,
but it's different to OBS. Like, I don't even know how you could bring in videos and stuff.
yeah.
Whereas like OBS, you can just you can click a button and then next minute it's just showing your whole desktop.
Yeah. I think I'll
And
probably do OBS straight away and just.
yeah, well, it's a bit scarier. Like, yeah,
But if you're going to
StreamYard
do it,
seems
do
to hide
it.
now.
Pardon?
StreamYards does seem to hide. Like, it wants to make sure you are showing yourself. Like, it doesn't want to do it automatically.
Yeah.
Whereas like OBS, like, yeah, you can just click a button and next minute it's just showing like everything. Like, it's pretty scary. Like,
I suppose once you've sort of made yourself like a bit of a safe area, like a little area where you can show, I suppose you're all right once you've sort of accommodated for it. You know what I mean?
that's what. Yeah. You've got to think about all of that before you go into the OBS.
Yeah.
Because like once you're on, it's like, yeah, you can just easily just flick a button and it's just not what you wanted to happen.
To be honest, there's nothing really. I don't think that anyone could just make sure that
No,
nothing.
I don't know. There's
I
something
haven't.
to having your face out there. Like,
Well, yeah, that was on my phone. That was ridiculous. That was just on my phone. That was the digital gin, right? I swear to God. Because I'd put my phone on reverse only phone camera. I swear I'd done that, and it had done it itself. So that was doing it itself. That was Gremlins or something.
yeah, it happens quick.
Yeah, that's it, and it was done. But you know, it was kind of like it was done then anyway. You know what I mean? It was like and it wasn't the best photo in the world, but it could have been worse. So I was like, hey, at least it's not my fucking arse crack or something on show.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, but I suppose, like, truly, like, if they've only just got one piece of the puzzle, like, it is pretty tricky to figure it all out.
Yeah.
Like,
they're not going to find me because they have to rely on like Facebook and shit like that. Well, I haven't got a Facebook. So
yeah, so there you go. That's Vault fucked.
yeah, they're going to struggle. and
What
shock
is that?
horror name's not CPE, like that's not my real name.
Yeah, and Red Bull's not mine, to tell you the truth either.
Oh, shit, really?
Nah, it's not. Nah.
I thought you were a massive multi-millionaire business owner
Nah.
who owned Red Bull. Oh shit.
Nah, I'm just stealing the name.
Oh shit. Oh well, I'm good. Are you in good company because I steal everyone's stuff apparently? Oh, Vic's backstage. He says.
Yeah, he should be on, I think.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
I didn't realize I was on.
Hello.
there we go. You got the Canadian gangster himself.
Right. my
What's up,
mic
man?
might be my mic might not be sounding good. Volpe mentioned that because last time I was on my phone, he said my audio wasn't good. So
It's as good as anyone else's, man.
Insta stalker. Is that what you use, Volpe? I always
So
wondered.
I'm still sticking with LP 90s rapping, man. I'm dying on that hill.
I didn't fully catch that.
I'm still not buying that LP is a 90s rapper.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Nah.
He's from the group called Company Flow. Did you look
Nah.
into it? I sent you a link of the song End to End Burners. That came out when I was a little kid, and it was in the 90s.
Yeah, I must. Yeah, honestly, I missed it, man.
Yeah, it's all good. I mean, it wasn't widely known, right? It was like very underground.
Yeah, see, I remember like the was it like Cure for Cancer and what was that?
Right. But those albums came out much later. Like he also did that one album with that he did a lot of score that he did for a movie. There's a movie about graffiti that was called Bombing the I can't remember. But
Yeah,
he
right,
did the
yeah.
music for it.
There you go. No, it's like I've never really wikied him or anything, you know. Like I've
Right.
listened,
Of course.
listened a lot. Like,
Of course. Oh, there was the infamous. He had a beef with this other rapper called Soul, and he has the phone recording. Shit, I should play it. I should fucking put it on my channel somehow. There's a phone call of the guy calling him, and he's like talking like such a pussy. It's so good. It was like a very old. It was like a diss song that they had. They had a little beef going. I'm gonna post that shit on my channel.
yeah,
Oh God,
nice.
you put your thing up today, and I remember seeing that thing before I went to sleep, and I'd forgotten. I've not heard it yet.
My God, that stupid rap.
I've not heard
My
it yet. I
good
just
Lord.
remembered. Oh, I've got that to look forward to. Fucking hell! Oh my God, I can't believe I forgot about that. Oh my God, is it good? Did it turn out how you wanted it?
That's for you to say, man. I'm not gonna fucking say anything about it.
Oh
So
man,
you listen to many Aussie fellas?
No, I would love to know some Aussie hip hop. That would be fucking kind of cool. I haven't really come across it.
Yeah, how come?
there's the hip hopopotamus, isn't there? But that's
That sounds amazing already.
that's what's it? Flight of the Conchords. So that's not quite Australia.
Okay. But I'm aware of Flight of the Conchords.
Yeah, honestly, I think so. Like, even the UK dudes, like, they're pretty good too, man. Like,
Oh yeah,
but yeah, it's
There's a lot of
weird.
it.
Like, no one ever knows the Aussie fellas. Like,
I know that's crazy. I'm actually surprised that I've never come across that. Like I've had like French rappers, Russian rappers, Polish, fucking Hebrew for Christ's sake, everything. But I've
Yeah.
never heard of an Australian rapper.
yeah, well, in one of my live streams, man, there's probably about half hour worth of some pretty gnarly shit. I think. Like,
Well, way back many moons ago, I think I asked you about Australian gangster movies if there was any good, and I forgot the name. Blue something you told me.
yeah, Blue Murder.
Blue Murder. Okay, I gotta check those
Yeah.
out because like there's some pretty cool Australian media out there.
Yeah, I'd be interested to watch some Australian gangster films, definitely.
Oh yeah, we do all sorts of stupid shit over here. Don't worry.
I bet it's like I'm just going to presume, but I bet it's almost like Train Spotting shit. I think like Australian gangster films. That's how I'd imagine them to be, but without the Scottish accent.
Pretty much,
I'm
yeah.
very interested to see.
Yeah, just like proper human stuff. You know what I mean? Like getting into the humanity
Well,
quite quickly.
My wife was really interested in that Australian show where they're in a jail. It's like a woman's jail, and there's
Oh,
all this
Prisoner.
trifling
Prisoner Cell Block
backstabbing.
H.
What's it
Yeah,
called?
Prisoner.
Yeah, Prisoner.
I don't think it's
You
that.
used to
it's
buy me
Wentworth.
roses or whatever it was. It go like that song?
Yeah,
I gotta
they
ask my
remade
wife.
it.
Did
That-
they?
Yeah, it's called Wentworth.
Whitworth,
good?
that's it. That's the one.
Yeah, the OG show is called Prisoner, man. That's fucking hectic, that.
That's the one
Oh
I've seen.
shit! Well, that show was hectic. The
With the
fucking
free.
the Wentworth man.
Yeah, well, Prisoner was like in the 80s, man. Like, it was fucking pretty. Yeah, looking back, it was pretty heavy. Like,
Uh-huh.
wasn't a kid's
Everyone
show.
used to watch it religiously. It was on at like crack of sparrows in morning over here, like 2 or 3 in the morning, and my mum would be up, and I was like coming in as a kid or whatever, and it'd just be like Prisoner would be on, like coming in from a night out or something, it'd just be on.
Yeah, there wasn't a real lot of comedy in it. It was like pretty serious shit. Like,
It's dark, yeah. There was
Yeah,
some comedy.
I mean the Wentworth was really fucking crazy.
but that Blue Murder, man, that's all true story stuff, eh?
All right.
It's like heavy police corruption.
Uh-huh. Cool.
So,
I can't.
yeah.
I want. And who would you say is the most prolific like filmmaker or director out of Australia?
I don't fucking. That probably that dude that did Moulin Rouge,
Okay.
maybe. What's his
All right.
name? Lerman.
Is that okay?
I've got 2 favourite Australians, and then one of them is PK Truth, who's on YouTube, and he's fucking amazing, this old dude. And he was all through the COVID stuff and everything. And then there is Chris Lilley, who we've discussed before, Red Bull, because I fucking love that
Oh,
man.
he's great.
I love him to bits. Yeah, he's so good. Oh,
I don't think there's a bad character he does. Like, fucking
man.
twisted up.
It's so good. I've been sort of remiss of the last couple of series. I think since the Jonah one, I kind of didn't see that many after that.
It got hard to keep up because it's
Yeah,
it was always on TV, but
yeah.
now with internet, it's like you don't even know. Like, you look back and then it's like, oh fuck, there's a whole series that you just missed. Like,
Yeah, exactly. It just went exponential, and he's really multimedia, isn't he? He just kind of went with it. So
yeah, well, he's got all podcasts now as the
yeah,
characters, which they're pretty good.
I only ever see the Jamae ones. I've not seen any of the other ones. Please tell me he's doing a Blake podcast. That'd be fucking amazing.
No, he does one as the South African one that used to talk to the fucking dogs.
Oh,
The
the one who killed himself.
Oh.
The one who talked to the dogs was the one who killed himself, wasn't
Oh, I don't remember that.
You probably
Like
want
the
to
South African lady. They used to like talk to the pet whisperer.
Yeah, right.
I never saw that.
Well, yeah, he does a podcast as her as well.
I remember seeing some kerfuffle about that when he was filming for that, because everyone was kicking off because he was saying he was in blackface again.
Oh fuck! Some of those early ones, they were so funny. Like, they really fucking were. Like,
so good. I remember just like blowing my workmates for just mind with it, and just like being on shift like on my old job, showing it him, and him just like not acknowledging it at all, just thinking it was like real. Do you know what I mean? And just like letting it go off the side of his head. And I'm like, no, really, watch this, look at it. Don't just let it go off the top of your head. That's a white guy for a start. And it was just like, yeah, just like blew everyone's mind completely. They were like, how does he get away with this? Nobody knew.
but like, it's hard because some of them that like, he's really playing the character well. Like,
Yeah.
it's if you know the different nationalities and stuff, it's just like fucking hell. Like, he's just like a mimic.
Yeah, his observations are just beautiful. That's why I love him so much, because that scene in Angry Boys with where the nan is telling the son about her Alzheimer's is one of the most beautiful scenes I've ever seen. It's just absolutely so well done, and he's playing all the characters in it.
Yeah, he's like the brothers, the nan, the
Yeah, it's fucking amazing. That one where he's taking a piss at that tree is just the best. That's probably my favourite scene of any Chris Lilley, when he's talking about his dad, and then he takes the piss. The deaf one takes the piss on the tree, and it's just the most beautiful poetry I've ever seen in my life.
yeah, no, it is. I just keep thinking of other bits where it's like kicks the ball into his nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, catch, bang, fucking just full pelt straight.
It's like all the rest of them are great, all the other characters, but it's all about Nathan and fucking what's the other one called? I can't remember his second name. The other one.
I don't ever think they really say his name.
No.
It says Nathan. Nathan. Yeah, no, he's deaf as fuck.
Oh, it's beautiful. I need to watch that again. So good.
So how come there's no faces on the screen? What have I done wrong here?
Oh, I don't know.
Like normally there's just the avatars on the screen.
Yeah, well, when you added me, the first time, I didn't see the second time when I came on from backstage, but the first time it said the host has whatever added you or whatever, audio only. That's what it said. So maybe there's a setting on yours that you've got it set to audio only.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I thought it just happened in the layout.
I don't know. Vic, do you know how it works? That stuff.
There should be different options for different layouts. Like I'm not, I'm not too savvy myself, but I know if you go to the home screen, there should be a way to change the layout.
Yeah, I think I've got the wrong overlay on or something. That's all good.
You got the weave.
Just wondering why my shit looked different. That's all.
Yeah.
Well, it's all good to learn for me.
I done it all ages ago. Like, I'm pretty good with OBS, but you can't go. What is it with YouTube? You can go live from your computer, but you can't go live from your phone.
Right.
So yeah, that's where StreamYards fits that gap.
Oh right, okay.
If
so
that
StreamYard makes right. That does make sense. Yeah, because everyone who I've ever known who's used Streamlabs or OBS, they've never done it off their phone, really.
Yeah, I don't think you can do OBS off your phone.
Yeah, I've never seen anyone do it. Yeah,
but then YouTube doesn't let you go live from your phone until you've got a certain amount of subs.
Right.
Yeah. But StreamYards just kicks straight past that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go off my computer anyway because it's just not worth it. Because I need to be able to see the chat when I do it, because it'll just be full of fucking Dean and people.
Well, that's the thing. You can see the chat. Like, I don't know what the fuck they go on about that. Like, I'm looking at in StreamYards.
Oh, they show it you in StreamYards. See, for me as a visitor or whatever, a guest on a phone, you don't see.
I can see the chat. You just have to click on the little chat thing, and then it opens up, and you can see the private chat and then the comments off of YouTube.
On the phone?
Yeah. If you look at the bottom there's some things, and it says mic. You can turn off your camera.
Yeah.
And you got to check out the chat.
Yeah, but that's just the StreamYard chat, isn't it? That's just the private chat.
No. But then at the top, there's two options. There's the private chat, and then there's the comment.
What? Oh my god!
I just blew your motherfucking mind.
You're fucking joking. Okay, default. Oh my god! I can't believe it. All this time, I've been struggling.
The chat.
And you know how hard it is as well, because I have to go inside and time it. So because if I want to smoke, I have to stand at the door. If I want to go and look at the chat, I have to be inside. So, oh my God, it's been nearly a year of this. Oh, wow. Thank
Damn,
you for
not
saving me.
smoking inside sucks, huh?
Oh, it does. That's what happens when you got a kid, though. Like, got to. But do you know what? Now I've done it. Like when my kid's not here, and like the odd time when my friends come over, and I've been like thought to do it inside. It just feels really wrong, and we just go outside anyway, even when my kid's not here.
It feels like you're gonna get in trouble.
I don't know. It just like I'm just not used to it, and so like then the house smells of it because I'm not used to it.
I don't like smoking inside.
Yeah, it's like once I've gotten out of it, it's weird. And if I go to someone's house and they do let you smoke inside, again, that's really weird. That freaks me out.
Are you talking about cigarettes or weed?
Both. Well, weed
Yeah,
mainly.
both.
Yeah, see, I don't know. I don't really like smoking weed outside.
Mm.
To take like,
I know what you
Yeah.
mean about the comfort of chilling out and being sat down and everything like that, being able to just relax. But most of the time in the summer and stuff, you can do that outside anyway.
Oh.
And then you get used to it.
I mean, I would like to be able to be right there in front of my TV or computer or game or whatever I'm doing, and like be able to talk right in front, right, instead of that whole process of going outside. You got to pause the movie or whatever you're doing that you want to be high doing. You know.
Yeah, I do miss that side of things, I suppose. But I mean, I used to smoke in the bath and stuff. Like have a nice bubble bath and a right big fat spliff and stuff.
yeah, that's sick. Love that.
I don't do it now. It's just too weird. Because then the bathroom stinks of smoke for ages. It's like weird, just weird.
I just don't like how it smells after.
Yeah.
You got Volp telling you to start vaping. One of the last vapes I had was actually in a fucking hot ass bar. Big ass bubble butt, and like I nearly passed out. Like I choked.
Really?
It was like too hot. I didn't
Ugh.
really notice it all, just got too hot.
Yeah.
And I'm like choking in the fucking, like, it was a spa bath, but I put bubbles in it as well. And then, like, within 10 minutes, like, half the bathroom's full of bubbles. I'm fucking holding on for dear life under this vape. And, like, I actually turned the cold shower on because it was so hot.
Yes. I have been there, mate. I've been there.
It's
We went
totally
to Amsterdam.
steamed out.
Yeah, and
Good
I was
times.
just like, I thought I was gonna die.
Yeah,
Like,
good times.
I was on holiday and I'd planned it for ages. And I was like, right, we're in Amsterdam, staying in this Airbnb, and the bath was just like this amazing bath that went up to your neck. And I was like, right, nice hot bath, right, nice fat Amsterdam weed and whatever. Got so stoned in there, and then just was like, had to put like cold water in and get out straight away, pretty much, because I thought I was just gonna drown in there.
That's the only bath I've ever had where I had to turn the shower on.
Yeah, I don't think I've put the shower on before, but shower bath.
You guys are pretty big on the spliffs over there, huh?
Yeah, it's just the normal way that you learn to do it, and then you get stuck on it then because of the tobacco.
With tobacco.
Mm.
Do you mix in tobacco into your weed?
Oh yeah, you have to.
Yeah,
Really.
I'm not too keen on that.
No.
that's how you do it, but cunt.
That's how I used to smoke spliffs in the staircases, man. Used to go into buildings and go into the stairwell and smoke in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't smoke spliffs.
Yeah, I just smoke spliffs. They're fat spliffs, but they're only short.
You like a bong guy?
Yeah. And
Okay.
yeah, no, I'm not a lightweight, Volt. Fucking trust me on that, son.
The first
no,
I'm a bit of a lightweight.
It was always bongs. Always.
Well,
Like I don't smoke big quantities, so it's like I just smoke a little joint and bring it out, smoke it, and go back in. You know, it's like I don't want to be having my big bong coming. You know, I can't smoke inside, so it's like
no. But see, that's how you guys in America, like I reckon Americans just do it wrong, and you Canadians seem to just follow the Americans. Like you just pull out the big like 4-footer with like a big fucking party cane in it, And like, I see the vids, man. They pack in like 2 grams into this cone, and
I don't do that.
yeah, like, good luck with that. Like,
Yeah. I can't do that.
Like regular.
see,
I
like
just
I'm
get the
looking at
one
like a
zigzag
little.
paper, put in a bit in there, like how you would roll up a cigarette, just one of that, and that's it.
Yeah, see, I think we've got different bongs than you guys.
It wasn't the smoking vault that did me in. It was the hot bath. Thank you very much. And the fact that it was Amsterdam weed.
Yeah, that's what I'm claiming too. The hot bubble bath got me.
Yeah, it was a hot bubble bath, and I'd been drinking Amstel all day as well.
See, like, say my bong here, Victor, it's maybe like a 27 centimeter glassy.
Right.
Like, say, under a foot.
Uh-huh.
But they've just got different stems than you guys. Like,
it's got to be a
little
glass
cone.
one as well.
I
Yeah,
don't
it's
know.
a
We
glass
have all
one,
types
but-
here, man. You can get everything.
Yeah, but you don't have the same cones.
Okay. I don't know.
Like, they're different, man. Like, they're bigger.
Okay.
And I don't know, man. It's different. But
The best
Like,
bong I ever seen was this guy. Okay, I'm from the east coast of Canada, right? And then this guy came. He was actually a music producer. He came from Vancouver, which is the west coast of Canada, and we were friends with him. And he always had weed and everything. He was like the weed man. And he had this bong that he made out of PVC pipe, but like it
Yeah.
had like a plunger in it. So he would the bowl and the mouthpiece both had valves. So he would close the mouthpiece valve, open the cone valve, and then light it and pull on the plunger, and it would all fill this whole big
Nice.
PVC pipe. Yeah,
The
and
iron lung.
then when you're toking it, he would push down on it, and you'd put like a half quarter of weed in there, and you'd just smoke that all in one toke.
So it's like a blowback bong. It just didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds gnarly.
It sounds like a
Dude,
bucket.
it was fun.
Like,
It was fun. I definitely didn't hit it like the whole like with the pushing the plunger. No, I couldn't do that. I
here
can't do
comes
that.
Albert's here.
Oh hey,
It's nice of you.
Oh, at least he didn't call you a cunt. That's half decent.
Kind of. Yeah. That's all he's got. Bless him.
Fucking homeless prick.
Pushing the poo. Okay. All right. So is that what your latest thing is? That I need to go for a poo. All right. So you don't go for a poo then? Well, I don't shit into a bag like you have to, Albert.
Jeez.
Yeah, you see that last video? He's so running for a shit, eh?
I haven't seen it yet, and you know what? I have to start watching them because I've got up to like number 10 on my advent calendar, and I've run out of all the meat. So I've got all the vegetables and the gravies all laid up for like 24 things, but I need like 14 fucking lumps of meat to put in them all now. So I need to go to some Albert streams.
Have you considered sorry, ECB? Have you considered doing a positive advent? Like, is some of them positive? Like, you do like a friend or something?
Yeah, I've done some positive ones that are already lined up, but
Okay.
well, one Lightworks deleted half of one of them, which would have been actually yesterday's, and then because I was going to do 2 in 1 because I missed the 9th, I didn't want the positive one to be stuck in the middle and pushed out, so I didn't do it. So it's about timing it, but I think I'll do that one for the 12th night. But I have done some positive ones.
Cool.
But the main one was meant to be like 24 days of roast. So
Okay. Well, you can still roast your friends. You know what I mean? It's like that's possible.
Well, what's the point? It's a waste of time. I may as well take the opportunity to dig the knife into these idiots. Like,
And look, to be fair, that's why I used to make the videos that I used to. Like, no one used to watch them straight up, but
I
the
didn't even
people I
know.
was making the videos about 100% used to watch them. Like, so
Yeah.
it didn't matter that like you guys just didn't even see him because that it wasn't like it was just a mess. If that makes sense, I was just
That's
really
exactly what mine are like. Yeah, it's just a stream of consciousness or whatever of
yeah. But I know they saw him. Like I just know it. I'd hear the
oh,
comments and like I'd see how they'd act after him and. It's like, yeah, you fucking know. I know you saw that video because you're now not doing what I just pointed out or some sort of random shit. But like, fuck, they must have watched them a bunch of times because, like, I'd throw off and just there wouldn't even be nothing in the video. It'd just be like me running through a carbonara recipe or some shit. But like, it's been titled up and I'm in the comments just going like, yeah, you fucking wait, there's videos coming. And then that's what I meant. There's like a melanzana parmigiana fucking recipe. Like,
exactly.
yeah,
You watch every little thing as well. The sad bastards, they really do. So it's just I can tell with mine because I don't have that many people watching my videos, and you know exactly mainly who most of the people are watching them, and you can tell when one of those guys has caught hold of one of them or one of them struck home because you can just tell. You just can tell, can't
yeah.
you?
Yeah. You know what I'm. Yeah, I see it when. Yeah, I see it in everyone's videos. Really,
Yeah. You
like,
can tell.
you know when they see one because they all of a sudden that's what they like, or they try to do the same shit.
Yeah,
A lot of it.
all the time. It's so crazy, even at Slotham's today, because Lewis is really like transparent. I really do genuinely think he's got a learning disability of some sort, and he,
Yeah,
he he just repeats back shit straight away to you. It's just mental, you know. Like there's
yeah,
no trying to pretend it's his idea or anything. He'll just parrot it back to you like echolalia, you know.
yeah. And Lewis isn't Bobstein, and that's not Silver Bullet.
What? Lewis isn't Bob Steve? Oh, right. Okay, right. Well,
Like,
exactly. This is the thing. And I mean, I get that as like part of his art and part of his like performance and stuff, but he doesn't like follow any of it up or tie any of it together at all. It's just weird. It just looks like him having a meltdown, a midlife crisis.
I was gonna say, do you guys have fun pulling them out of the chat too? Hey, like.
Oh, God, yeah.
Where you just start talking about one of them and then bang, they just like pop out of an alt. You just make some random comment and then
No, for me though, all I have to do is literally just say hello, and one of them will start. And so you know, you just
yeah, you've got a target. I don't know why.
I,
I must have missed something.
I don't really do that sort of thing, but
it just pissed off one of them in the right way, in the right order in it, and then it's just the way that the energy flows. So Lewis will start on me because he knows that I can just rip him to shreds within like 2 sentences, like anybody can. And so he'll start, and then they just jump on with him because it's easy, isn't it? He's like trailblazing. So
To be fair, like from the sidelines, like it really just seemed just once everyone found out you're a female, it was just fucking on.
yeah, it still is, isn't it? They've
isn't
started
that, isn't it quite revealing about it? Like,
Yeah, I
like,
didn't see anything else happen. Like,
yeah. No, they just lied about. They just made a load of lies up. It is, and so I can kind of just be like, yeah, that's what happened with those guys, but they never admitted it. They make all this shit up about it, and it's just rewriting it all and being all the victims and stuff. The stuff I can't be asked with because you're like, come on, at least own it. At least be this misogynist bastard and just be like, fucking women, rah! And we can have a debate and we can have a chat about it. Do you know what I mean? We can roast each other forever on that, but just be fucking real, man.
yeah, well, like Victor was saying, man, there's some telling shit there because
yeah,
the ones they've gone in the hardest, and not even the hardest, but like super quick, like just a real fucking like picked them out and just gone in on them till they've just disappeared super fast. It's always the girls,
Yeah.
like really. from what I saw from like a bunch of different streams, and yeah, they
I
just
think,
cleared them out.
I think part of the reason with that though as well is that if you are under attack as a girl, that you might be likely to just fuck off and just go anyway, because a lot of girls in this environment, I'm not talking about Evie here because Evie's like, she's part and parcel of it, but like,
Well, no, I'm really only meaning like Raya and
yeah, people coming in
Saggy, fucking Destiny. There
yeah,
was a
yeah.
few.
I don't know if Destiny was ever going to hang around too much in here. Do you know what I
Oh,
mean?
no.
But I think a lot of people, a lot of women who'd come in here would be a fish out of water anyway, and unless they were in here for a long time for their own reasons, they wouldn't have any reason to just like hang around or stake their claim.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh fuck, I'll leave you lot to it, like, and just go and find some better place, like. So maybe it's not that they chase everyone off as much.
No, and you're right. Like, and looking back, like, this was always a pretty niche little place.
Yeah.
But, like,
Absolutely.
it's some fucking weird shit now.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't even know. Like, yeah, like, I keep looking back and it's just like, fuck, I can't remember that no more. Like,
yeah, how normal
Yeah.
that was, and it seemed like really like out there at the time, and now it's just like that was so tame compared to what this is like.
Yeah, it is pretty crazy looking back at how this whole thing started, and like where it's at now is just wild. It's a fucking circus. There's something special going on here. Like, I don't know what it is. It's like there's something that everybody's drawn to this. It's like we've all hitched our wagon to this nebulous.
Well, I think it has something to do with that, because there's a lot of loyalties and people energy left over from that.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's like, I don't know. It seems weird. It's like there's this little. It's like I always felt like it was this little secret little world that I knew about that nobody else in the world knows.
Well, no one else gives a shit about as well.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
With the face, and they're like, "Yeah, that sounds lovely. Thank you for telling me about that. See you later." Like,
yeah, well, see, that's where I think was a little different, because I don't know, like, everyone just keeps going back to it was Rick, and I was like, I thought he was the tackiest shit out back in the day, like,
oh,
to be like, yeah, I don't know, like, those
Well,
cringy
like if you look at Rick nowadays, I mean, yeah, it's like
yeah, God, yeah,
he was always that guy. So it's like you look back and you're like, was I really like liking him as a person, or was I just liking those things that he was saying at the time?
I liked the whole world that he opened up. Like, it was like little rabbit holes that he'd open up for you to go and investigate and things like that.
You know what it was that really drew people to him, I think, was the whole acknowledging the comments, because like
definitely
it was always
about
the comments. So like anybody who commented on his page potentially could have that voice where it would be said on by him and all of that, right? And
you got comment of the day, maybe, if you said something fucking funny.
Yeah.
Or
an honorable mention or something, you know.
That's why
that's what I meant. Like, it wasn't really his content; it was just what he did with his chat and the way he handled some shit.
Yeah, his respect.
Some good ideas.
Just fostered like a group of
like,
because up until then, like, I don't really like. I've seen a lot of these, not alts, but old accounts on other bigger channels. And like you can type in that chat stream as much as you want. Like, no one's ever gonna fucking notice it. There's like 1,000 people. You know, the comments
sometimes
just fly by.
Sometimes I get noticed. Sometimes I get noticed in those. I always I pride myself in those moments.
But it's once in a week. You know what I mean? Like, you may watch 10 of their streams and comment a lot, and like a few other people will notice you in the chat section. But
yeah.
You know,
I always
and that's
get
where it
found
just
out.
fostered, I think,
like hit for the wrong reason.
Well, that's why they have the super chats, right?
Because a lot of the time, yeah, you get noticed, all right, because you're the only one who's not got a fucking green name, and then you're a proud grey, and then there's that whole thing, like. I
Yeah.
stuck out like a fucking sore thumb in some of them chats in them days. But I
See, I
suppose,
used to see a lot. Like, I probably saw a lot more of these guys here at Art, like over at Review Text.
yeah. See, I never even went
So
over.
many, like, yeah, that's where I saw a lot of people. Like,
See, I came in from the Nathan Barnett
yeah,
call,
don't know.
so he was. Oh, he's an obsac. But like his chats probably had. Yeah, I think they were up to like 1,000 people in there or something. But I always got picked out because I was like the only one. I used to have to say to him so many times, "It's against my religion. I don't donate," because they'd be like getting RC and stuff about donations and stuff like that. It was ridiculous.
What, really?
Oh man, it was ridiculous.
You know, and to be like, that is what was at the core of all of this, was calling out a lot of that like,
Well, that's how I
really,
got
like,
to pick. Yeah, because of that. Someone came onto Nathan's chat one time and said, Radical Rick says that you are the biggest cancer going on YouTube at the moment. And I went and had a look who this Radical Rick guy was, and that's how I found everyone.
Interesting.
Yeah,
but see,
that guy,
in all honesty, like, that was probably Albo.
I know it wasn't. No, I don't know it wasn't, because it was like such a corner of the. No, I know who it was. I think I know who it was.
Well, but you know what I mean? Like, that's what they go and do. They go and find you in these other, and
Well, yeah,
yeah.
and you know what? Radical Rick hadn't even heard of Nathan at that point.
Right.
So
Probably
whoever it
not. It was
setting
probably,
it up. They were
yeah,
trying to
that was
set
just
using
it up.
his
Albo
name as
starting
a-
shit. Like,
They were trying to start like a beef, but he didn't. At the time, what happened with that was the Radical Rick took one look at Nathan's shit and was just like, that is a grey area sort of thing, because he was actually producing films and stuff with the money. So it kind of was a bit of a grey area. The guy was still a dick and there was still a massive story there. But I think Radical Rick had so much going on with other people who were blatantly e-begging and providing nothing in return that he was just like, I'm not even going to go there because it's like too much of a grey area.
Like,
yeah. See, if anything, I think I might have got pointed out to Rick from Omega's channel, Alpha Omega Sim,
Oh, right, yeah.
when he started to go in on him towards the end.
I remember that, yeah.
And then that, like, he sort of just done a stack of videos on, and then he kind of fucked off. They all sort of fucked off around that time. Like,
and I
but
found
even
Rick.
that game, Afro Gamer, like,
Yeah.
man, so many of these clowns used to just lurk around there. Like,
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. It spawned spawned all these channels. And that's what I think about Rick's legacy as well, because we all came from that foundation. So everybody here has a big respect for everyone's comments and everyone being a commenter, because we're all commenters, and there's no like, well, there are some people who think they're better than others, obviously, but there's not that automatic thing of people thinking they're better than everybody else, because there's always been that egalitarian sort of foundation that Rick, he did
well,
make
some
that.
Yeah.
some people have got art degrees. You know, you can't compete with that stuff.
Exactly. Do you know what I mean? Like some people, but then the ones that stand out are the ones who think they're better than everyone else, like Dean, are the fucking parasites and the chameleons, aren't they? They were never part of us anyway.
Yeah. That was all some weird shit. Really back. I do remember him fucking sneaking around at the start, or from where I can remember seeing him. Like, and really, it was
Tony
trusting
as well.
streams, but
Tony's got off lightly with all this, I swear to God.
TGD kind of, he gave him a bit of a platform really at the start there.
Oh, mate, he's done it a couple of times. He did it at the end as well.
Yeah.
After his little thing with Bob didn't work out with us, he went back to those guys, remember?
Yeah. Then it was really evil. That's where I started to, like, because everyone used to do like an after show.
Yeah.
It was like when this fucking chats were just popping off, it was like everyone just wanted to go to one to the next, to the next one, to the next one.
Right, yeah.
It wasn't all at the same time sort of shit. But that's where I started. It was like, hang on, like, everyone's like pointing, well, who the fuck's this channel? Like, or they try to get them on like on the panel, which I don't know. Like, I used to look at that as just like trolling that channel. was
What, going on the
like,
panel?
yeah. Like, say, well, Darius never used to have anyone on his panels. Like, they weren't panels. They were just him fucking sitting there on a lounge or some sort, like. But
Well,
everyone
like,
would be like,
you can
jump
do
on,
live
like,
stream
get this
forever.
person. Look, that's where I started. Even saw Rabbit. It was like everyone used to hype him up to get on panel.
Oh yeah, that was all Evil. Yeah, Evil and
Yeah, and
Tommy
I
and
just thought it was like the biggest troll going around because the person with the panel didn't want him on,
yeah,
but everyone's sitting in the chat
he
going,
really
"Get him
was.
on."
He was the troll's troll, wasn't he? Because he was like, did it in this like sideways way that nobody else, like, you know the formula. Everybody knows it. So, you know what I mean? You see, like when Albert came on now, you know what he's doing. You know, he's got the fucking alt account and everything. But Rabbit Dude has got his own way, and it took everyone by surprise.
Yeah, yeah. Fuck, I go in on that dude. Something like Savage, fucking.
Oh, he's all right, Rabbit Dude. He's, he just needs to hopefully weather this storm and come out a better person from it, hopefully.
Well, I still don't know. No, like he's banned me up something savage. Like,
Has he?
yeah. It was pretty much. I don't know who really. It was either him, Dean, or fucking Albo. They all kind of play around with it, but that's who used to ban me everywhere.
Mm.
But that was when they were using like, say the streamer would be just like, and Evil was really bad for it a lot of the time. Like, where,
Oh yeah, totally oblivious. Yeah.
yeah, they just like let the mods just go and ban everyone, but. It was like, I don't know, they're banning him. It's like, fuck off, man. Like, what's going on, dude?
Well, that was like, it became a running joke, didn't it, with Rabbit Dude? And that was all to do with Albert as well, that banning people.
Yeah, but
and all
so
that.
many people got banned in that. It's just not funny.
It was to do with his gatekeeping, that was the thing. And I think it was easy to play that off as a joke. But now we know a bit different with Albert. I could tell he was a gatekeeping fucker anyway, because I'd already knew him from Rick's. Like, I already knew he was a gatekeeping fucker, but
yeah, well,
it's not a problem, is it, being a gatekeeper? It's fine. Like, I can handle gatekeeping fuckers. It's just when they start being knobs as well.
Yeah, that takes the edge off.
Because Volp's got a bit of gatekeeping in him, hasn't he? Like, but I've got no problem with that. I think he's a good guy. Like, he's a good dude.
Well, that's the other one that gets you banned.
Volp?
Yeah, big time.
Volp will get you banned. Where?
Oh, like talking back in the days, like,
oh
man, I must have seen him get fucking 50 people banned from different channels.
Yeah, he was a big gatekeeper of Darius.
Like, he'd go and get into a conversation with him on another stream, and literally 5 minutes later, he'd be back over on Darius's telling him that they're commenting on this other channel. And it's like, hey, what the fuck? Like, yeah, I was talking to you, you dickhead. Like, what's even the fucking problem? Like,
yeah.
Well, that's
but
the thing.
Then there was also times too where they would delete the comments.
Oh God, yeah.
So you'd like jump into their chat stream and just like blast into some fuck.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they delete their half of the conversation.
That's how you
looks all different.
Cyan's a big one for that, and Dean does it. But also Cheesy Chester, whoever he is, he's a comment deleter. And then there's E King does it as well.
Yeah, I've had it happen a lot. And then it looks like you're just having a conversation with the channel. And you really weren't. Like, you just...
Or when they just delete the one comment. So the whole conversation looks completely normal and sound if they take one or two comments out. I've had that so many times in recent... Yeah. Over the summer, it was towards the end of the summer. And I was just getting... That's why Ricardo, when he said to me, like, you never said Nelda was an all and stuff, I was just like, you fucking dickhead. Like, he's just literally making shit up now. Because that was my main thing, was that towards the end of the summer, I was getting it left, right, and centre from Cyan and people like that who were like really sideways. And that just epitomizes it, that whole thing. They'll write a whole set of insults at you, but if they take one away, the whole thing sounds really nice. And that's basically what their is, you know.
Oh, for sure. Like, yeah, well, I had it happen, like, was Dagstein that used to do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I jumped in his comments and would just like talk mad shit, and then he would delete his conversation, and it just looks like I've like, and he would actually delete a couple of my comments, so it just looked like I was just really just saying what's up, and it's
That's
I don't
mental.
know. I always just thought it was funny, you know. I never really actually ever expected to get banned from any channels, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, in the place like this, that's the thing, isn't it? I was trying to.
I might come back on my computer though if you have me.
Pardon?
I said I'm gonna cut out for a minute, but I can come back on my computer if you have me.
Yeah, all good,
Go
bros.
back. Yeah.
Yeah,
See.
fuck yeah. I don't even know what I was talking.
I know it's gone out of my head completely what we were talking about. Fucking hell. That's
Fucking Victor
maybe we
Vega, the
don't-
conversation killer.
I had a point, but it's gone. It's gone. Never mind.
I don't know. They do talk mad shit.
Oh, they do. Oh no, that was
Actually,
it.
that's what I was gonna say was I really never used to comment all that nastily until I noticed I was banned.
Yeah.
And then it was just like, whatever. Like,
They really didn't like you from day one, though. That was the thing that got me with you. It's like everyone just, I was like, oh, I only just said hello to you. I mean, maybe, obviously, they took issue with your videos and I'd not seen your videos or something, but like,
yeah, I was
they
gonna
all
say
went,
that's what was happening.
yeah, they just
Because
went straight away.
what really started it, I couldn't get Elbow to unsubscribe from my channel. I
You're not
couldn't.
gonna get into.
Nah, he just wouldn't. He refused to. And this was when we were all still cool. And I'm like,
we're all going
dude,
around evils and that.
yeah, probably more around Truxtons.
Oh right, okay.
And I'm like, dude, like, I'm gonna do some videos, like, but I want to start from zero. Like, fucking unsub. Like, I don't want like no subs. I don't want any feeds, no recommendeds. And he wouldn't do it. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, just fucking unsub, cunt. Like,
There
and
you
then
go.
that's when I was just like, all right, well, stay subscribed to this. And just started doing all like nasty videos.
Oh, Vic needs
And
the
that's
link
when he
again.
just like the first videos were just all just nasty ones on Elbow. And I'm like,
Oh,
man,
really?
like,
I never even knew you had a channel for ages, man. I swear to God, I was just chatting away with you in the chat of evils, and I didn't even know. I think
yeah,
by the
well,
time
I told him not to say nothing.
I
Cause
wouldn't
yeah,
have
like,
minded seeing those videos, though.
yeah, well, I was trying to get to 0 subs and then tell everyone, but fucking Elbow wouldn't bail.
He won't.
No,
He
he
won't
just really
because,
wouldn't.
well, that's the whole
So
thing, isn't it? And there you go. You got a taste of what he's like, of the whole of the future coming off that, because that's basically what Darius's problem was, wasn't it? And me and you, to be fair, called this all the way through. And when he went, and we were just like, yeah, because he needs to get rid of Volp and Albert and all these people who he's backed himself into a fucking corner with. And then
yeah,
it turns out months later that it comes back, and that's exactly what happened.
yeah. I told him a few times, but
No, he never
there's just
listened.
two random people on the internet, you know. Like, I can see him just sitting there going, like, "What the fuck? Fuck off, idiot!" Like, as
Yeah,
I
well,
probably would have done on the same token, you know.
you reap what you sow. Vic, are you struggling to get in? He says he
Hey,
needs the link. Oh, you here?
is the link not up there? Hold
Oh,
on,
it's got you,
dude.
mate.
Okay. Copy the clipboard. Post that in the chat.
Look at Volp's comment. 5'6", average height Cuban guy. Oh, chatting him up. Alberto. Whoa.
He's nice and gentle, Volp, sometimes, isn't he?
Yeah. He likes to butter him up.
Yeah, so, did you hear Sierra the other day?
Mm.
What?
No,
That's a fucking wonky old Irish accent, that isn't it?
I don't know. It seems all right to me. I think there's a lot of variation in the Irish accent, though, isn't there?
I didn't think so.
Oh, there is. Oh, there is massively. If
Only
you,
in pitch.
oh yeah, I was like,
Like
there's
some of them just sound like they're little midgets, or some of them sound like big like they're Sierras, but they all sound Irish.
yeah, but there's a massive difference. Like, if you've seen those ones, have you seen any of those videos of the old Irish women talking about shit? I think it was ghosts and shit or fairies. No, old Irish ladies talking about fairies. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And their accents are right different to sort of like a modern sort of city dwelling Irish accent. And then
I
you've
don't
got
know. Maybe it's just the ones that I see on backpackers and shit, but it's like I can't understand them for fucking to save me. So
I'll put you on to Thomas Sheridan. He's right good. That's the guy who with the digital gin. So
oh, shit.
he's lost his way a bit in recent years, but his old stuff is fucking amazing. I was talking to someone the other day about it. He's Irish, and that's why I feel like I know about the Irish accent because I used to listen to loads of his stuff.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I can't. Now I'm looking back. Maybe I'm getting it mixed up with Scottish shit.
Yeah, but then again, there's a massive. But you
That
can't.
dude from IT Crowd, is he Scottish or Irish?
The guy from the IT Crowd, he's Irish.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He's got like a Sierra style Irish accent.
Yeah.
A bit, but I don't know whether it's south, north, or what because I don't know the air. Like I'm not that au fait with it. I've never been to Ireland either. It's even right close as well. I just never bothered.
Yeah, no, it'd be. I don't know. It would be nice, but I think Northern Ireland's a bit hectic. I don't know if you want to.
Not like it used to be though. I think the whole world's gone Northern Ireland now. You know what I mean? How it was. It's just like, terrorist threats and fucking biological warfare. Same shit.
Yeah, that's what I was hitting him with the fucking pipe bomb jokes.
Yeah.
He doesn't take the bait though. I'll give him that.
Yeah, good.
So what time is it all over in your areas?
Oh, it's
quarter to 10 here.
Wow.
So it's like it's late night, early mornings.
Early morning for me.
Yeah, it's fucking lunchtime here.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, middle of the night for me.
Yeah, no, it's like quarter to 10.
Yeah, it's crazy. Normally this is the time that I'd normally be waking up, but on Sundays I normally just go for a little nap and then wake up for Slothams. And then I'll go back to sleep in about an hour and then I'll be ready for work and I'll be fine then.
Yeah, so I do all different shift hours. So it's why sometimes I'm random.
Yeah.
Like on like a week of late, and then I'll catch all these other different streams or I don't know, it's better than watching TV these days. But it's fucking turning into it.
Yeah. Yeah, me and Evil say all the time, it's like this reality TV that's just, you can't go back to normal TV after that.
I don't know. I'm having a lot of fun with the movies and stuff.
I was going to say, you can't watch this show for more than an hour and not go back to normal TV. It's just like hypnotoad. I don't think anyone's walked past any of this drama and just stopped or kept walking. Like
it's interactive.
Exactly, and that's Rick's
train wreck and go, oh fuck, what's going on here? Like,
yeah. But in this one, you can actually, it's not just a train wreck. You can talk to the victims of the train wreck.
Yeah, you can be
Yeah,
part of it. You can be
Yeah,
a
you could be
victim
part
if
of
you
it.
It's
Yeah.
so it's almost like they don't know they've been in a car wreck.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like those two
They're in
ghosts off
shock.
Beetlejuice. They don't even know they're dead yet. They're just like
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what
running
it
away.
was. To be fair, that's what I used to say to him for a long time. I'm like, when I was doing those videos, I'm like, dude, like, I'd jump into a comment section and they'd say shit, and I'm just like, yeah, go look at those last 6 videos, man. Like, and I'm like, you're just like a fucking boxer that doesn't know. Like, really. And the worse you go in on them, they just, I think you all say it, like, they dig their heels in and fucking.
Well, I think it's because of the reason why they're doing it. I mean, with Dean, it turns out that he was doing it for that reason, wasn't he? He was just trying to get attention. He was trying to get people to notice his channel. And he realised that that's the only way to do it or something.
Well, that's what I thought from the start.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, he's trying to do it. He's trying to do it for money and get extra money from it, right? So,
Yeah.
you know, he's
Yeah.
got to try to put it out there.
Yeah, so my main thing with showing Dean for what he wasn't really to show Dean necessarily, was mainly so that, because it was just so ridiculous that everyone was falling for it. And when he was such an e-beggar himself, when they, like people like Volp and Albert, who'd used that as obviously
I
people
know.
said many
It is-
times.
It is interesting how that works.
That was the thing that got me with it, and that's why
Yeah.
I dug my heels
See,
in.
that's why,
It's
like,
like, oh, it's
honestly, like, I thought for the longest it was Dean clearing out the e-beggar the channels that called out e-beggars.
Yeah, well, I did. I thought that was part of it, because I thought that maybe there was a
'Cause-
chance that Jason was in league with Dean from quite early on, and was trying to exact his revenge using Dean, and because it'd be a good strategy. Do you know what I mean? And if it was that, then he'd done a fucking good job. And then also to try and clear out, the anti-e-begging side of things. But actually,
Yeah,
I
I don't think that fucking Santiago is that smart, to tell you the truth.
No, I know, but it would have been a good move, to be fair.
I'm
I
pretty
think
sure he
that-
just got grabbed only just a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I know. I realised that later on, that I don't think,
Because it did look like that, like some big ultimate mastermind fucking 2-year fucking ARG sort of shit.
Yeah, he did a bit. It was,
But I
looking-
don't think it really ever was. I'm pretty sure they've just reached out in the last few weeks. Whenever that stream was, when he popped up a couple of times.
Yeah, Dean's too stupid as well. It turned out. I was just like, there's no way that he would be able to collaborate with someone and defer to someone else's orders.
To be
Yeah.
honest, the whole anti-e-begging position is a weak position to. I mean, you know, there's nothing really there.
No, but that
Yeah.
doesn't mean someone somewhere might not have a problem with it. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be rational.
Right. But I
then
mean,
it did seem to be like a time and a place. So you cut back to like now, and it seems a little lame. But you go back a couple of years, man, when them dudes were like trying to get
yeah.
people to do their
I don't
kitchens
think
and
it's lame at
fucking
all.
Yeah,
I think it's
renovate their like
but
game
that's the whole thing,
rooms.
right? But that's the whole thing, Red Bull. It's up to each individual's discretion whether they're paying into something legitimate or not. You know what I mean? So ultimately, I
Yeah.
can't tell you how to spend your money. So
No, you can't. But
the
then
only
you
thing I
also
can do
encourage
is warn
people-
you, right? I can warn you and say, look, this
Yeah.
guy's doing something wrong. And then
Well,
it's
I-
up to you to be like, oh yeah, you're right. Or no, I'm still gonna do this.
But look
So
at the
it ends right there.
legacy of Rick. Look at that. What I was saying earlier about the legacy. There is other ways of doing it. There's more than one way of skinning a cat. So whether
Right.
it was intentional
But-
or otherwise, we've now got a corner of the internet which is not focused around e-begging
Well,
at
with
all.
Rick, I would push back on that. You know, as much as I
But then
could.
to
But
be
he
fair
was
too, like you did once you looked at some of these channels and like the people throwing down money, they were fucking. Let's just be honest, man. Like just basket case fucking artards. Like,
Yeah. You don't want to.
and
know.
then when you looked,
He's
it's like,
not.
hang on, like maybe you should say something here because this all just looks hunky dory on the outside, but they're just milking like people that don't really know better.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
definitely.
And
And
that's unfortunate. And like I
kids
said,
with
the
their
only thing.
parents' credit cards and things like that, isn't
Yeah,
it?
that's terrible.
Yeah, but I get where you're saying where you then can't tell them how to spend their money. But like you can sort of, yeah, I don't know, like
You can
almost
show them a
embarrass
way.
it.
You don't.
No,
That's
no.
something
You
I'm
can
trying to
shed
say.
light on the situation, of course.
You
So
can
like
Yeah.
I was
you can
always
also
I
just
was always for
operate.
shedding light on the situation, but as far as going further with that and trying to send poo poo to the guy's house, that's not the route.
Oh
Oh,
no.
and to be fair, that's not me, my man.
No, I'm not saying that it's you. I'm just
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
like in general, there's nothing really. It ends with the like every individual is responsible for themselves.
And again, like I think Darius probably wouldn't have gone that far down that route had he not been so influenced at an earlier point, well before all this shit with Albert.
Well, it's up to him to not be
Nah.
influenced by people.
Oh no, I'm not excusing him at all. I'm just saying, like, it's a bit of a forewarner there, isn't it, of how he was just
Right.
like whipped up by other people to change his
Yeah,
style.
but then I can't remember Truxton not ever going on about Santiago's address and shit
True.
either.
Very true.
Exactly.
You know, he didn't take much. You didn't have to comment very much to get that to be a running joke in a string.
Exactly.
True.
And with that kind of behavior, it's very clear to me that it's like he's not strong in his convictions, right? He doesn't believe as hard in his values that he really says he does. Because if you're willing to compromise your values of like, well, I'm not going to ruin this guy's life over this.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're just Play-Doh, and you're letting people manipulate you, and that's certainly not the quality of a leader.
yeah.
Well, but I don't
I'm
think
pretty
anyone
sure-
really thought of him as a leader apart from the gatekeepers and people like Albert who made this whole army thing to control people using him, if you know what I mean. So like,
Right.
if it wasn't for those
And that-
guys, it was all fine until Albert started all this fucking army business.
And
Yeah,
that-
but
and that's
these are
why-
had fun smashing it.
Yeah, and that's why I picture Darius like I picture him as Cobra Commander. If you know G.I. Joe, Cobra Commander is the leader of the Cobra, but really he's a pushover, and it's like
and that's
Destro
something-
and the other guys are really
Yeah.
who runs it. You know what I
A
mean?
bit like Forrest Gump, isn't it? It's like that Forrest Gump thing, just like everything's happening around him. But like, I get that, and it is a bit like that with Darius. But yeah, like you say, it doesn't take responsibility off him because he did take the benefit from that, and that's the point, isn't it? It's like if you take benefit from that position that people have put you in, then eventually you have to pay the price of that one way or another. You can't expect everyone else to shoulder that.
Yeah, you take the
that
good with the
cost.
bad.
Yeah, but he
Right.
didn't, and that's the point, isn't it? That's the point. But
Yeah.
I suppose, like you say, maybe people did think he was a leader. Maybe I must have had some expectations of him because I was so disappointed. It wasn't necessarily that he was a leader. I think it was probably because of his position being so outspoken, how he was at Rick's, being so outspoken, and then just flipping like that and being such a coward.
Yeah.
I think.
But then what it turns out is that he's just scorned and jaded by all that stuff because
Yeah,
I
'cause
mean,
he
I
got
believe
outed.
I believe the 8-Bit Eric stuff that he used to
Yeah.
pay his Patreon and all that. I believe it,
Yeah, that's
and-
true as shit, man.
and I
That is
think
true.
that he kind of got scorned by that situation, and that's what put him on this
Yeah.
track of anti-e-begging, right?
Yeah, so then he
felt
was
gypped.
begging for a bit, and then he took it off in his own personal vendettas against these people to get payback for. Yeah, that makes
Right.
a lot of sense.
So it's all very clear, and
Yeah.
he sits there and he acts like it's like that
But
he's
there
some
was
sort of.
also
I
some
went.
other
I
shit.
sorry,
Like-
Rebel, if I can say, I popped into one of his live streams one time for like a minute or two, and he's like giving people advice, like as if he's some sort of
So unaware.
authority on something. And
Yeah,
I
he's
was
like,
like,
"Get
oh my
head on it."
god.
Yeah.
Well, it's a character.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, that's it. And he is a funny character. That was a
So-
funny
Yeah, like, and I was going to comment in one of, was it your art streams where you were saying like the veil just falls sometimes and things like that, where the and Darius was a classic for it. It was almost like a TV show. So he had like little story arcs and plots and plot points, and it would just like roundabout, the same thing would end up happening, and then that would be the start of a new channel. I remember when the channel flipping all started to happen, and then some like, oh, the snakes just took my channel. Here, go follow me on Twitter. And someone else would like post, oh, this channel's got taken down. And it was all to drive like heat to channels.
Yeah.
So, and it's hard to even picture, but if you've got like 5 subs and you can just like jump into this sort of mystery drama and end up with like maybe 50 subs or 100 subs, that's where we were at. And
then you got
whoever wanted to go for the ride was welcome.
Right.
But if you sort of stood back and was just like, well, hang on, who's this lame-o? Like, what are they on? You would, it's like, oh, hang on, they're seeing the TV show, and they would start to get hammered as well.
Right.
Like, I started to point that out to them, and that's when my comments would get disappeared. And like, I'd just jump straight in and just be like, what the fuck?
Ban you straight away, yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Like, I never hit it. Like, I kind of would jump in the comments and play around for a little while, but yeah, like, once you start to look at, like, they've all done it.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether they were all in on it. Like, I don't know. I never really fucking.
There was definitely a dodgy one of those earlier on this year with Albert and Dean, where Albert, because of all the stuff that Gen X had attached to Albert and Dean's and put those accounts together and all that stuff, and then I did it, and there was loads of other people doing it and putting those two together.
Fair, I thought it was so that they can then start to fish you online. Because that's like, why would you go to fucking Albert's Twitter? Like, why would you go to Rabbit Dude's Twitter? Why would you go to even like Darius's Twitter? We were like watching videos on YouTube.
Right.
But I think it was honestly to catch people out with like account names, and then you could start to like follow conversations. You can then find another link, might link back to a forum. But like, if you know something's going to happen, you're going to like get your fake emails out and your fake fucking Twitters. But if this, like, all of a sudden you've just turned on YouTube, oh no, fucking Albo's channel's gone, or Darius's channel's been taken by the snakes. Oh no, I got to quickly go jump on Twitter. That's where they were trying to catch some of these fucking short bus dudes out with their addresses and their alts, and even to find out some alts, like, because everyone wants to know alts.
I don't know if Darius would be bothered about doing shit like that, though. I just don't think he's got the brain capacity. He's too busy playing.
I don't know.
He's too up to.
I don't know.
That's like Volp. Yeah, Volp would do that. Certain people would definitely have a want to do that. But
I think he could be told to do it.
But
and
yeah,
not really know what he's doing.
He could be told to do that. Yeah,
definitely.
That's interesting. I never thought of that.
But that's what I really started to think that, man. It was so they could start to tag you online, like.
Oh, because Twitter.
I thought they were running scripts in the streams, to tell you the truth, but that's just me being paranoid.
Well, I was ever so paranoid for a bit on that one, yeah, because I didn't know what they were using. Oh, and I do you know what, that script on the stream thing? I've heard people mention it before. I've heard D Reed mention it before. I don't know if he's actually. I don't know if he's got it or not. Someone's got something over there. Someone's got something, and they have mentioned it before. When I was still going over there.
Yeah, well, see, this is another one you might not have noticed, or maybe you've got channels, but the bots. So, have you ever had a video just blow up?
Well, I got
of
a little short that went to 2,000. So that's what I got.
Well, I had videos that performed way
way more than it would should have. Yeah.
Yes, yes. I had a couple do the same thing. Like, but yeah, I started to sort of think that there was also they knew that they were driving like views to their channels, because that was a big thing I was calling out for a long time, and which really got me unpopular. Was the numbers didn't add up. Like, you'd be in the stream 2 hours, and there'd be like, you know, 5, 6 people, like a couple of people, but the stream would finish and it's had like 200 views within like as soon as it's processed.
I've never seen that.
No, I haven't.
We'll have like look at it on streams, like it happens to everyone's.
I have seen that happen, but I just thought that was no. I thought it was just glitchy shit when YouTube glitches out on my phone and stuff, because it does do that. Like, if I go from like one video and then I'll go to another video, sometimes I'll look and I'll be like, that's not just got 3 likes, but it's like a bigger video, and you're like, no, it can't be. But the last video I was looking at only had 3 likes or something. It's like carried it over. It does that sometimes.
Maybe
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
I
unless
don't notice
people
that stuff.
like when you sort of rejoin them, like, I don't know, maybe people have rejoined them a lot, but yeah,
I
no,
have
you
seen
have a
that.
look, like,
Sometimes.
you'll be in the stream and you haven't seen 200 people, but
Yeah, that
yeah,
is.
it's,
I mean, I haven't noticed that, but that seems peculiar. Yeah, for sure.
yeah, dude, it happens a lot, eh? Like,
But I was thinking about the Darius Voodoo thing again. And just that weird, and going back to what you were saying about this secret world and how different it is and stuff, thinking about it earlier, and I think it's because it's this mix of, like, obviously Amiko came into it, which changed it as well, but like it's a mix of people who are like really skilled, a lot of them, and then total incels, but that's not mutually exclusive as well, and then also like in like copious quantities of fucking weed. And that is the thing, you see, because Darius would have these conversations about weed as well as all the gaming stuff, and everyone was really open about that. Whereas a lot of those other streams, the ones that gave a shit about their fucking numbers and all that stuff, they wouldn't have talked about weed. And I don't know about yourself, but in my experience, I'd try and talk to people in chat about weed, and it didn't go down too well off most of the time. So, like, I think that was a big part of it, because everyone came for the weed as well. So then you've got to add in the fact that we're all fucking psychotic weed stoners. Yeah,
That's interesting. That's something.
going
you
a
don't think about.
closet psychiatrist.
yeah, exactly. Sat here like tinfoil light for fucking 20 years. Like, what's going to happen?
only
We
just-
put all them together.
I'm still coughing on a cone. I only just had one.
This is what happens. So when people wonder how we got to this position, it's like, just add weed. This is what happens to any internet community.
Just like, I don't know. I was just on this stream and then I had like 3 or 4 billies, and then I've just fucking ended up now hating. Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened. But it's been. I've seen some shit like that where. I don't know, like, is Cody for real? Like, is he really hating on every cunt or what?
Which
Ricardo
Cody?
Cody, or-
Like, Ricardo.
Oh, man.
That's some shit like that. Like, he's just woke up, had a sesh, and just turned left. Like,
I don't know. I like to think that he's just that's his shtick, and he's like gonna yell about everything, and like he's just gotta find something to yell about.
that's what I'm talking about, Vega. Like,
Yeah.
that's his character now.
Yeah. So he's feeding into that, and he's always gonna just find the next thing to like yell about.
I think he's like that in real life as well. A bit.
He's got some fucking pipes. Jesus.
He's a good one. I really, I like Ricardo. I think things have gone wrong. I think he's got a lot going on in his life, and he's a bit messed up. He's horrible about me, like proper horrible. He just wants to blame me, and it seems like Ron for everything. But I just really think it's to do with me and Ron. We just certain people in the certain place at a certain time. It's like we could literally be changed over for anybody else. It's just that we were in that place at that time.
Yeah,
So,
It's
that's
like I've said in the past. You know,
time and place.
we all come up with these kind of like ideas of what we think things are,
yeah.
but we always have to keep one foot outside of that, thinking like, well, I'm most likely wrong, or like, you know what I mean? You don't invest in your own bullshit too much. You know what I mean?
No, but you've got to try and find your way somewhere, because, like, especially in this, it's been for me as well, because I get an interest out of this. And with Ricardo, it was like it just opened up like a flower in front of me. I was like, oh my God, look at this psychological cornucopia. Oh, you know, it's like loads to look at there, as if I'm not going to sit and pontificate. But, like, yeah, like you say, it's all a thought experiment. You don't, like, get too hell-bent on anything, because at the end of the day, we're talking about someone else's mindset, aren't we? You know,
Right.
there's dogs in that fight.
No way. Yeah, there's no way to look into Ricardo Cody's mind and see what he's really thinking.
Apart from the fact that he streams himself for 8 hours a fucking day, you know what I mean? So there is a little bit of way of looking at his mind.
I can barely go past an hour and a half. I think an hour and a half, an hour 40 minutes is like my cutoff.
He's talking about how long you go for. You guys do like nice little short ones, eh?
Yes, and the reason why I like to keep it short is for people that watch it afterwards. It's like a nice. It's like something. It's like, okay, this is an hour. I can listen to this while I do whatever. But if it's like a 2-3 hour way, you know it's going to be a lot of like garbage. You know what I mean? I would never go near those. I never go near those to watch them.
The long ones. Oh, I used to like watching the long ones before it all went crazy around here and everything changed.
It depends what I'm doing. Like, I don't know. Sometimes the short ones are just not enough.
Yeah.
And like, I might like, yeah. And then, like, I don't have to click on anything. Yeah. Like, I can just hit that, and I know that that's going
and
for
you're
the next
good for like
4 hours.
Forever, yeah.
Yeah, I can see
have to touch the phone.
Yeah. Because as the way I used to watch stuff, I used to be doing chores and stuff, you know what I mean, and doing my morning. Because I used to always get up at 3 a.m. anyway, so I'd just be up doing shit, doing my washing up or whatever. And yeah, the long ones were good for like doing painting and stuff, but like doing my little chores and stuff, I always used to put Darius on, because his stuff was like half an hour. His stuff.
And next minute you've done everything, and you still got like 3/4 of the stream to go.
Yeah. No, by the time
I don't know.
I'd later on.
The lawn, fucking done.
I find that it's hard pressed to find anybody who's interesting for 4 hours.
Mate, I came from a place where the guy who I used to go on his streams, he used to stream regular for 8 hours. It was normal. Just normal. I wasn't on him for all of that, but like I'd be in and out saying, fucking hell, are you still going? But yeah, that was him all the time. He was all right, but that was one of those classic situations where you watch someone become an e-beggar in front of your eyes from nothing, from not being an e-beggar at all. It's crazy.
Yeah, some of them go like, some of those Twitch guys go all day, bro. Like 12 hours every day.
That's crazy. I could never.
Like that Retro XL guy. Have you seen him, Red Bull? The Retro XL dude.
No.
He's someone that Tommy showed. Oh, it was Hooligan or something showed us. He's just some guy. He's like young kid, and just go over and watch him sometimes. But yeah, he's on all the time, and he just does like these 20-minute streams. But he's just doing them like 3 or 4 times a day. It's crazy.
All right, so here's a bit of the veil coming down. Oh, I've never really fucked around with Ouya and Sweet and Tender that much.
Oh yeah.
I've always thought those were the same people, and just dismissed like any of like. There's probably about half a dozen accounts that I've just thought were Ouya and just never ever replied to.
No, they are different people, definitely.
No, I don't know.
You've seen them on stream together.
Yeah, it's 2023.
Well, yeah, and he's big on his AI, isn't he?
You can do all sorts of cool shit. But no, I was actually in. Was it Sweet stream yesterday? Last
Oh,
night?
no, I saw you in there, but then I went because Leo turned up. So I was like, and
And I was like playing all gentle with that Jan on.
oh yeah, nah. Jan's brilliant. I'd forgotten that Jan existed, and then it was like
So
because
did I.
Jan disappeared with the Amico, didn't they? And then like when the Amico stuff started coming back, all the streams have started. Small amounts have come back, and there's Jan again. It's like, oh, it's like an old jumper.
It was like a flashback to a DJ. I'm like, fucking hang on, like that's that one. Oh fuck, like.
Yeah, there's been
Yeah.
certain streams of those where it's been almost like Tony's old streams as well. There was a couple at one bit. Fucking crazy. Like with Genovi and everyone.
So how long have we got till Carl comes back?
Oh, now, well, Carla said
Surely that's got to be only a week away.
10 days was Ron's guess, and I said 14 days. So how long ago did it happen? Did he go? That they were our bet.
Couple of weeks now.
All right, well, that's both of ours out of the water then. No, apparently I heard that he's been hanging around with Retro Bro. Is that what? Did I hear right?
I don't know.
Seems bizarre.
I don't go to hardly any of these channels anymore. I can't keep track of them.
I like Cyrus's channel. I like watching Cyrus when I managed to catch him doing a live stream. He's really good. He's really funny.
Yeah, no, it's not for me.
You'd be brilliant in there. Well, he wouldn't have you, but it'd be so funny though. Like you could, if he wasn't so, what's the word, sensitive to it all now. Yeah, I bet he could actually have a right good crack with him. But I think
Is that Cyrus dude?
Yeah, Cyrus.
Yeah, I've never really. Yeah, I've never fucked with his been in any of his streams or anything like that. But he was the one that when I clipped that video of Dean in my stream, that was who Dean was going on about, is Cyrus.
Yeah, well, he will do because it's one of his only things that he's got against Evil, which is he's just jealous because he has to pay for all these cameos and stuff from people. But Evil just got drunk. Oh no, he was tripping when I just got tripping and ended up crying on his shoulder. And Dean's always goes off about it, but Evil's like, it's one of my proudest moments. Like, do you know?
I don't even remember that happening.
Well, I was only there for a bit of it because I remember him. I don't think I was there for that actual. I think tiny snippets of that because I was working a lot, and then I was there for a second. Maybe it was the same one, but I remember him dropping this acid, and then it was me and him, or there was me and him and like one other. No, it was just me and him, and he was like, "Oh shit, it's going down," and he was like, "Tell Louis Rico that I've just taken some acid." And as he said that, my phone died and all the battery died and everything went. And I was like, oh shit. And then eventually it all got sorted and I had to go to work. And then apparently it all went downhill from there. He ended up crying on Saggy and Cyrus's shoulders on some random Amico stream that was going off and he was fully tripping and he went. And the rest is history.
Yeah, I don't remember it. I remember all I just didn't see it, I guess.
No, but I suppose it would have been like having to go round being on all the streams, looking at or watching all the fucking Amico streams at the time, and not everyone did that. I know I didn't. So
There wasn't as many.
there was loads then, back in those days.
Oh, yeah, maybe I was just out of it.
Oh, I tried to be out. Because there was all like Retro Bro and all that, and then there was obviously DJC and everyone, and then there was Cyrus and Carl.
Yeah, a lot of them were all just like one would sort of just dump their chat, like dump it off into another one. It's like I want one after the other.
Is that what they used to do? Well, probably did, yeah. Well, that is kind of the way it generally goes, isn't it, on the rest of the internet?
So this one gets a chat going, gets a little bit of a crowd, closes it.
Yeah.
We all go to the other one.
Yeah. They do that all the time, and that's how you get the cult shit. That's the cult shit, isn't it? Because you're not letting people just. You're saying, oh, you know, when I turn up, and if you turn up, that'd be sweet if we have a conversation. That's the way that normal people react. But over time, people realise that they can manipulate people, can't they? Like, right, well, if I can.
Well, that's why everyone started getting called out at the start, because that's what would exactly how you just said it. There was like, I remember them, like they'd come into a stream and be like, start hyping up where we're going next.
Yeah.
And it's
Control it.
like, hey, fucking hang on, like I think this has got about another 2 hours to go, dude. Like, we're going where next? Like,
Yeah, and controlling the timing of a stream and the tempo of a stream by doing that. Yeah, massive effect.
yeah, I saw that a lot, and then that was just like, hang on, well, who the fuck is this pointing it out? And yeah, that's who was kicking off the chats and the streams. Like,
That's interesting. I'd never encountered that.
Full on cult shit.
you must have, but
Not that I would ever abide by that.
But you went into the Amico stuff though, were you?
No.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what I
Well,
mean
no,
about when you were saying about the girls earlier as well. It's like the girls that you mentioned, like they were all Amico people anyway. So I think they probably went with that as well.
yeah, I don't know. But the other little trick that I like, and I thought it was just straight trolling too, was like a couple of these guys they'd come into a stream and start talking about somebody being on another stream like that night before or something, be like, oh, you were so good on that person's stream the other day. And all the chat's just like, oh, where were you? Like, what stream were you on? And they're like, oh, yeah, no, they were over on this stream. Like, yeah, you know, you got to come and listen to them next time. We're going to be on in like 2 hours.
Yeah, exactly. Because you've got like pros getting in there, isn't it? They know they've done it before. They know how to whip up a crowd.
Yeah. Well,
I've
that's
seen
what
people.
made me unpopular, was pointing that out.
God, yeah, it depends where you're doing it as well. Though, if you're in their narc pit trying to point it out, exactly. I mean, I was that person in the Nathan Barnett cult. I really was. There was like me and a couple of other people, and that was it. And I never ever donated to him. But I was literally one of the only people, and I was in there for a long time. And I was, very, very unpopular. Because I loved it though, because I was just always. I mean, I don't think I got banned there, or maybe eventually I did sometimes. But yeah, I don't know why I brought that up. There was a reason. Oh yeah, it's just because I knew what to expect in that, so that's probably why I never went and did all the DJC stuff. Really, I went over to Tony's for a bit. I did go over to DJC's a couple of times, but I never really bothered with all that stuff because I was just like. I'd done it all with Nathan and was just like, and I know how that shit goes, and I know that they've got control in the end. And yes, Ray is lovely and everything, but she was one hell of a mod when it came to that shit, wasn't it? And she was ruthless. She'd just have you straight away.
Yeah, there's been some savage ones.
Mm.
What I used to try to do to them was like make them try to break character.
Mm.
So, and that's what would get me banned as well. Like, I'm pretty sure that's why I got banned from Saggies, and I'd say TGD as well. Like, once they start to read the chat, like, I just throw shit at them, like. But you can just tell, like, they're gonna chuckle, and it's like they don't want to do it, but they'd be in the middle of a rant.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So it's like
I've got one in my mind that's embedded in my mind of D Reed that happened with me once. It was the most beautiful thing. It was so good.
Good when you get them, hey, like.
Oh mate, it was so good because what had happened is they were having a stream and they were talking about me, and I was on holiday, and I was watching the stream on my phone, but I'd got uploaded, but it was unlisted, a video that I had up my sleeve, and it was the one of Albert's head rotating, so it was like really weird and trippy looking. So like I uploaded that while I was watching DV's face, and he came up and I saw him react to it. It was so beautiful, and he couldn't say anything, but I could see him like really weirdly looking at it and trying to work out what the fuck it was. I loved it. I'll never forget that.
I don't know. I never been too interested in like the chat and like being commenting on, like I do comment in chats, but it's like I don't know. I've said before to you, CB, I'm very disassociated with this stuff, like
Yeah.
especially with account like these accounts, and like I really am not interested in it. I'm interested. I want to see the show. I want to hear what people are talking about. I could care
Yeah,
less
I
about
love
the
the
chat.
chat. Oh god, I love it.
But
Because
see, it
obviously
was
we
like a
okay on
fine
it.
balance there for a little while there, Vega. Like a lot of these streamers, they had nothing.
Right.
So,
So
like,
the entertainment is in the chat.
kinda, and then
Yeah.
it would then once they start to acknowledge, like, well, hang on, what is the chat doing? Like, what are they all laughing about? And then they would sort of feed off a few of the jokes, and like,
Uh-huh.
it's a little bit more fuel to the fire, almost like.
Right. So it's almost like it's like a symbiosis. The chat feeds off the streamer, and the streamer feeds off the chat.
That was the word I couldn't think of before.
Yeah. It's like a reverb, innit? You're like,
Well, that's how I played in the chat. I was never always just a nasty fucking troll. And I don't think I am, but
no.
a lot of it was just to feed off, like, either break the rant or keep the rant going. That's what I went in for.
That's it. If people are like bringing stuff to the table and it doesn't matter if you agree with it or not, at least they're like trying to, if everyone's just got on the same page of trying to just make a show happen, then that's different to just watching the show. I don't know. It's, I don't know. I suppose everyone needs to take what they want from it. And I suppose that's what makes it better than the TV as well.
Yeah, well, it's interactive, right? That's like I was saying.
Yeah, the
Man,
space.
the last time
the
one time I did a stream and the fucking comment was full of trolls, right? It was like
I still haven't watched that
just
stream.
trolls.
I'm preparing myself to watch it.
You watched it?
No, I haven't had a chance to, because also, well, I can't work out how to get the fucking chat up on
Right.
from the past anymore.
There was this one comment that I absolutely loved. There was a fake Darius in there, and he said, James Campbell is watching you closely. I just was so tickled by that.
That fake Darius account is hilarious. Some of the comments it's been putting in Slothams is funny as fuck. Just like, just more struggling as a kid's game from me tonight and stuff like that. Yeah, off of Ned Flanders enough. Like,
I was gonna say, if ever you stream Vega, the way you like protect your shit is put the sub mode on if you got trolls coming in a lot.
Oh no, I like that's. It's like what you're saying. How I feel like I like doing that. I like kind of fake outrage that I did on that one stream. I want to recreate that.
Yeah,
it's kind of a Ricardo Cody thing.
Well, yeah, that's just a one-off account. But I mean, like when they turn up and start spamming the chats and fucking.
Oh yes.
It just gets out of control. Like you just put the slow mode on, and that generally breaks the bots.
Yeah.
And then if they still get through that, you then use your sub mode.
Yeah, so, I'm not up to that level, and I don't see myself getting up to that level yet. But
well, I'm just saying, like, you know how that was always a big part of everyone. Oh, the fucking bots, the snake. What?
Yeah.
All you ever had to do was put on sub mode and the chat timer, and that always gets rid of that stuff. Like it was always a non-event. Like.
Yes.
Well, it is. Yeah, from what I've ever seen.
Although my channel is kind of like growing because of these.
You're under Albert's protection, aren't you? So you're all right.
Me?
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. Yeah, I've threatened him. He's threatened me in the chat. I just banned the fucker twice.
Yeah. Has he threatened you?
Oh, I think so.
Well, threatened with what?
We've all gone over Buttocks's now because he started streaming after messaging me earlier and saying, "You're not going to see me at a weekend because I'm always out every weekend." And I said, "Oh, that's a good response." And here he is, fucking streaming now.
But that's that's the shit thing. Like, oh well, straight up, like I've been banned at Albert's channel since forever.
Mm.
But like, why? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. They ban people. Like,
Oh God, yeah. I mean, people have been like bigging him up recently, and I think Buttocks maybe is part of that. I blame him for everything, but it's just like that whole like they're all like, oh well, you know, he's a good sport. He can take it on his chin. He's in the comments. He lets you do your comments and whatever. Like only fucking just. We're talking 8 months of thin-skinned, clutching pearls, crying at everybody else while acting in the worst way possible, and going in and stalking other people, doing all these mentions and all that shit, but banning the person from the chat. So you can't.
As soon as you come back at him, it's just instant ban. Like,
well, that's why I ended up making videos in the first place against Albert, because he first made all those accusations against me, and I couldn't reply because he'd banned me in the chat. So he was making all that shit up about me from day one, and so that's when I started making my videos, which were writing with music in the background because I couldn't write my comments.
I mean, for somebody who's his whole thing is about being toxic and like, I mean, you would think that there would be no bans on a channel like that. Somebody who's like that, right? Being so tough and
like it seems like you want hate,
toxic to people.
Yeah, trying to encourage the trolling and the roasting and all this, and that's what I mean. That's why it's been pissing me off when everyone's buying into it. This all like, oh, it's just a joke. We're just joking. You guys can't take a joke, and you're like, you are fucking joking. Like after what's happened, like I just honestly, I can't even. There's no words for it. But there's only like a handful of people.
I've noticed they get under your skin pretty good.
You are.
I've noticed they get under your skin pretty good.
No, it's not even that. It's other people buying into it, really. Those guys, I can kind of like, they're just doing their thing. Do you know what I mean? Lewis, do you know what the thing with Lewis gets under my skin a little bit because he's such a wasted opportunity? Like, he's actually got, that's what I was saying in that video, like, he is actually the one who is the most creative out of them. He has got stuff that he could bring to the table.
Yeah, but he would have got so nasty.
Yeah, he's nasty.
Like, he would have turned so fucking nasty, man. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. Like, he had that streak in him.
Yeah, he's
and
a
then,
person. Yeah,
but that's the clout. Like, as soon as he had those facts just thrown at him, like, gone, delete, gone. Like, not even he didn't even fucking deny it. Like, just disappeared.
Yeah. And then comes out with voice change, then gets called out for that, and then carries on as if nothing's happened.
Yeah, but he was starting to throw some like crazy shit around. Like,
oh God, yeah, he was accusing me of beating my child because Dean had publicly abused his child, and that's not. So he goes and disappears, and then he comes back making jokes.
He got doxed.
Other people about the stuff that he does.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, that's just the classic, like, which is kind of why I've been pointing out that rabbit dude. It's like all the jokes you guys make, like, there's a puppet sitting on your panel that is every one of those jokes.
Yeah.
Unless that's a character. You know, and then you like, fuck, like, that's a pretty good actor.
Well, they're treating him like a character, aren't they? Which is a real disrespect to an actual individual when you've just been reduced down to the two-dimensional, pretty much. And as I said before,
it's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah,
they want to have their own little Howard Stern show, and it's like,
he's like a little.
It's not going to work.
But that was the role that Carl was for a bunch of different shows.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was why I reached out to Carl, because he had that shit with Tony, and then obviously all that shit because he couldn't take it.
But they just took it away from him.
Yeah, it's everyone else's fault. Yeah. But I mean, I was talking to someone else about this. I think it was Evil. I was saying about the double XL shirt and the Property of the Game Chasers shirt, and we were saying that like actually yes, that's a thing that happened, and we were pontificating on how that happened, and we were saying that Darius probably bought. Were you there? Were you talking with us, Vic, when we were discussing this? And we were saying that he's probably bought a woman's print on a man's shirt because it's like the Property of the Game Chasers was probably originally on the woman's
Oh, right.
high top. You know what I mean? And but he.
Well,
was
I think
got-
that's like a standard thing. I don't know if you guys have that there, because like,
Yeah,
in,
you can just get it on anything now, can't you? You can have what you want on what you want. It doesn't matter.
well, it would be like mostly like sports teams, right? It would be like property of the Toronto Maple Leafs or whatever it is that you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I
So-
thought it was more a joke on that. Those game chasers, like they used to just go and clean out all the games. So it was like everything was property of the game chasers.
Yeah.
They used to do like those traveling shows, and they just like it was all sort of fake shit where
Yeah,
like
It-
you
it
can
is
tell they
partly
put a
scripted.
bunch of shit, cool shit behind the cage, and like,
yeah, yeah.
oh yeah, check this, I got this in the back, and they just go and clean out the whole shop. Like,
Well, that's another thing that I've seen on Darius. He makes fun of Eric, like his role on the show, and it's like, dude, that was a role. He would like that was a shtick that they were doing, like you know.
yeah, you're right. Like maybe half real, half, you know. Yeah, you're right. There's sticks that like,
Yeah, like oh, because Eric was kind of the guy that they would like kind of punk on, and like they would.
Was he the rabbit dude?
Yeah, that was all like scripted. Like that was set up like that. Like that was the part of the show.
Well, that's it.
Like, it's so obvious.
It's just a comedy gimmick, isn't it? And it's what Dean
Yes.
always relies on. But it's all he's got. And well, obviously he goes into his other repertoire later on, doesn't he? But at the beginning, that's all he's got. And so he did it with Carl. He's done it with Lewis. He's done it with Rabbit Dude. And my point was about the Game Chasers T-shirt is that in reality, Dean actually did that to someone. He sent Rabbit Dude a double XL T-shirt way before any of this came out with his thing on it to his address. Basically, you're mine. You know what I mean? I own you now. I've got your face on
That's
my
crazy.
I've now sent it to you. I've sent you a big one as well, so you look stupid in it for a laugh, and I'm going to make you wear it on stream, which you did.
Yeah.
And so it's all happened. The reality of that actually happened, and
Yeah.
and now
That's like a power move.
and now he's been reduced. It's like in fucking V for Vendetta when he shaves her head and chucks her in the fucking room and does all that shit and breaks her down. He did that.
I look at that a little bit more cut and dry. As I thought he was just trying to dox him.
Well, there was that as well, yeah, because he was telling him that he owned him, wasn't he? He was sent him the
and then he just was like instant like. Well, I started making dox jokes.
Well, after that,
and I was like,
we never saw Rabbit Dude, did we? Anywhere? He never went anywhere. Never stepped out of line.
Yeah.
Big time.
Wow. That's crazy.
Almost like, that's got to be. Darius can't be the only one that's like being doxed by their patron. Like, that's why I know I would never fucking do that shit. Like, fuck me. Like,
I wouldn't even go on Buttocks's fucking StreamYard the other day because he had it signing in on fucking Facebook. I was like, fuck off, I hadn't even got a Facebook.
Didn't like the look of the link. Don't click it.
Yeah, exactly. Nope.
Yeah.
Who was it? Albo that was going on. He keeps getting dirty when they don't let him post links. And it's like, well, fucking YouTube disable that shit, like, as a security feature. Like,
well, that is apparently why the whole thing happened with Ricardo.
Jeez.
Apparently so.
What a dumb situation. Such a
I
dumb
wasn't there for
situation.
that, but you've heard me when I recorded that message after having that conversation with him that time, trying to get him on the Discord, and I was nearly in tears, and I was just like, I give up, I can't communicate with that man.
Yeah.
I caught the whole thing. honestly, like I must have caught about 10 hours of streams those couple of days, and I caught that whole shit.
Yeah, it's
We all
crazy.
tried. Even I went in on my
We tried.
own to try. They'd all given up, and I was like, "No, I'm going to give him one last go. I'm going to try." And I went
Yeah.
in, and that's when I was just like,
Well,
"I can't do it. I've
I mean,
tried."
I was never 100% on him.
No, you weren't.
So when that thing happened, I was like, "Yep."
Yeah, you were really, very well composed, considering that you knew all along. If that had been me, I'd have been like, "Told you, fucking told you."
Yeah. Well,
Told
I
you,
have
mother-
I have lots of respect for Evil and all you guys. So
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, you handled
I
that.
was just sitting there going, like, surely they're all just like typing in the Discord, like what they're saying next. Like, I'm like, this is just fucking crazy street. Like, what the like? They're telling him the answer, and then like, no, fucking Ricardo. Like, it's like no one would listen to anyone. But
No.
what was the other funny part with that was like I've even the other day, like I'm sitting there in Dean's chat, like typing Cody, like apologize, like just give him his fucking channel back, like, and like that's when all that was going on, and that's why I think they're stooges, because nobody would like. I got banned from all the chats that day, and I was like literally in the middle of yeah, I got banned.
trying to
I'm
save
banned at his
Ricardo's channel.
Yeah.
Probably just
As-
because you're you come on the Herbie streams. It could just be that with Ricardo, he's just having a call of everybody. He will probably just see you and
no,
just
because we were talking in his chat, like in those streams with Newbin, and that's where I sort of was like to Dean, like I'm like, man, just give him his fucking channel back, like
he banned you. I'm surprised at that because so Ricardo just
yeah,
banned
and that's when like Ricardo came over, like closed his stream down and came over, and yeah, it was like, hang on, like I don't think he actually wants it, like he just needs something to rant on, like
Yeah.
I didn't think he was doing the show at that time. I'm like, oh, hang on, like, fuck, it's a TV show. That's right. What am I, like, I forgot almost. Like, I thought he was being fair income. You know what I mean? Like, because it just seemed a bit too crazy, like, too quick, too
Yeah.
crazy.
No, I mean,
Like,
I genuinely think with Ricardo that it's like it comes across as a show because it is a show in his head. But I do think that there's a lot of realness going on there. It really affected him losing his channel, and
but he
don't
could
know,
have got
man.
that back just the other day.
yeah, but it doesn't matter because I mean he only had to wait 2 weeks for Darius, but he still, yes, I think he made a big thing about that, but I do think it hit home something because I don't think, because of the voodoo and all that shit, I really genuinely don't think that Ricardo would have gone against Darius if he wasn't genuinely butthurt. I just don't
Well,
think.
I just started to think it
that
was
part,
like I was thinking it was like a male thing, Vaggie, you know, like he just didn't want to say yes, Dean. I'm like, he's not asking you to say like please and thank you and like all that grovelly shit. And then I typed that in the chat, like, just say yeah, like he's not making you say thanks. And then Dean starts to ask him to bark like a dog.
Oh
Yes.
God, yeah.
It was
That's
like
going in the
about
advent calendar, actually. Yeah, that's reminded me that.
it was an hour of him just saying, just say yes, just say yes. And then yeah, like nah, fucking bark. I'm like, shit, I shouldn't have typed that. Like, my bad.
Yeah.
But
So now he'll think that you're against him. Yeah, he'll just take
but he
that one.
couldn't because I was legitly typing what I was typing in the comment. Like, maybe it was funny in the moment, but
It's
I was
lost on
being
him. You can be legit about everything with Ricardo. He'll twist it round. I mean,
Yeah.
he's just found the perfect out with me, hasn't he? He's just like, you have a split personality. He's like, well, yeah, because most of the time you're talking to fucking Cyan, who's dressed up as
He
me.
said you have a person slip.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's
Okay.
his only excuse for
rich.
me. I'm like, I go to him and say, hang on a minute, why did you have such a problem with Ron straight away? And why are you taking everything I'm saying the wrong way all of a sudden? Do you want to talk about this? And I get from him, oh, you're crazy. You've got a split personality. Oh, you're fucking crazy. And that's literally all.
Yeah.
You know, it's just because I'm a
See,
woman.
it's even worse for the comment section. You don't even get that far into it. They just go ban, and
Yeah.
like all your
Yeah.
comment, like literally the last half hour worth of fucking comments just disappear.
Mm.
Gone.
Yeah.
Like you don't even get to have an argument. It's just one sided. Like
That's why I don't even. I've stopped, and then they've said to me so many times, especially recently, "Oh, come on the panel and have a word. You always run away whenever Dean comes on." It's like, well, yeah, that's because Dean's gatekeeping me on purpose, and two, like, you kicked me off that panel that one time. You banned me for like months, both of you. You thin-skinned fuckers. You can fuck right off demanding when I'm going to come and when I'm not coming to come and talk to you. Fuck off. Like, if I'm on a different stream talking to someone else, I'm not there to talk to that dickhead.
yeah, no, I think you've done well not talking to him because
Yeah.
that's just bait straight up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he doesn't deserve it. Like, that's what I've said to people many times, and it should be obvious to people. But I mean, obviously, those guys are going to try and twist it. But a lot of people are like, "Oh yeah, you should have a word or whatever." And you're like, "No, like I'm just taking my toys away. It's fine because he doesn't get to play with them." I talked to
Well,
Louis.
To be fair, I think it's like some of this just discussing it all. It's more like a debrief. You know, it's not just a rant. Like it's just a debrief, catch up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But you know, where I've never really joined like subs and to communities and like channels and shit. It's when they start to like use the numbers. Like,
Yeah.
I used to see a lot of little channels be like, well, I've got 500 subs, so I'm better than your little 300 channel sub. And it's just like, oh, okay, fucking unsubscribe.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like,
because you know it'll
yeah,
off the right lot as well. So you're like, yeah, I know how to get you now. Like,
yeah, it's some petty shit. Like,
Yeah.
but that's why I
but
don't
yeah,
see Albert and stuff like that because, well, not mainly because I just have no reason. I'm not interested. But it has annoyed me obviously because then I have to find links if there are videos that I need to watch. But like mainly because I don't want to give him the number as well. Like because I know he matters so much to him and to
the
Dean.
pressure
Does it really? Does Albert really think that he's going to be a
Well,
popular?
I don't think it matters in the sense that it just with a normal, excuse me, with a normal.
I will say it is fun to see the numbers grow. Like even though I don't care about it at all, like I actually hope I don't know. I don't care about it. So but it is fun to be like, oh my god, what, like another person, like why the hell did this person sub? Like why is there another 3 there? You know,
I really don't.
It
Really
amazes me.
I don't think it's different for me anyway, but like I don't pay it any mind. That one that got to like 2,000, it was like a good like couple of weeks before I even noticed, and I was like, what? I was like, it just was there for ages, and I was like, what the hell? It didn't make any sense to me. But it's because it was that one with the fruit juice on it, so I think it might be something like whatever we used to do with the beer, and maybe some bot or something had picked up on the brand name or something and promoted it for that. It was that fruit juice one. So I don't know if it's that, if it was like actually on the screen picked up. I'm not sure.
The one of mine that blew up was the first one I did that was like half an hour.
Oh really? What was it?
Yeah. I think I was talking about like old arcade games.
Ah.
Cool.
Like going to the pennies and shit.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm gonna re-upload all my old stuff, eh?
Yeah, I want to hear
Just for
about
shits and
this.
giggles.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I meant to do it really last year.
Well, I've got a lot of things. I've got a list of things to do as long as my fucking arm. But I'm going to learn in time to do the world's strongest man. I'm going to learn the fucking streaming, if only on the Discord, if nothing else.
It's
StreamYard
really
is
easy to
pretty
do.
easy.
It's
But
just,
it seems basic. Like Yeah, I don't know. Like, you must be able to bring in videos and stuff. Like,
Oh yeah, you can. You can have everything prepared.
yeah, yeah, it's not more. Yeah, well, it's on the phone, so fucking.
Yeah, that's it. It's like doing it on the phone. I try and do it on the computer probably because I don't know how I'd share things off the phone. Oh.
Yeah, but geez, that's a scary feeling in OBS when you're playing around with your desktop. I'll tell you that.
Just make sure everything's put away in folders, in ambiguous looking folders, and jobs are good, isn't it?
I think the only way would be really off a clean install.
Really?
Yeah, like
God.
just couldn't hurt.
To be fair, that computer's not that old.
I don't know. Mine's fucking. It's not that old, but I was gonna buy another one just before COVID. Build another computer, but that all went to shit.
Chip shortage.
Prices
No,
is crazy.
There's plenty of chips. They were just too expensive. Prices went
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
And the shit graphics cards, like, what were they? The 380s around that time? Like,
Yeah.
fuck that. Like, I'm not paying fucking three. We're heaps different for prices over here, man. Like they're like $3,000 those cards over here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They're super expensive over here too. Like for me to get a decent computer, man, I gotta shell out at least $3,000.
Yeah, that sounds about right, though, doesn't it?
Is that Canadian dollars or US bucks?
Yeah, Canadian monopoly money, yes.
Well, yours is pretty much the same as ours.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Like, yeah.
Pretty similar. Our countries are kind of similar, actually, in terms of like laws and stuff.
Don't
Yeah,
know.
you guys got fucked over by COVID, didn't you? Big time.
Oh, yeah.
Australia.
Australia did,
Yeah.
and so did we.
Yeah, we had some pretty bad lockdowns.
Oh, God. Some of the
We
stuff
start-
I saw coming
yeah.
out of Australia broke my heart. So it's not-
Yeah, in Australia they had the little camps, right? You had like some people were sent to like these little like
they were testing out some
Closed-in
right. Yeah, they were testing it all
Yeah.
out. It was like
No.
watching fucking Fallout, watching what they were doing in Australia. Like,
Yeah.
in that vault over
Crazy.
there. Hey, God,
We had isolation
oh, you had like
where
a pass system, didn't you, and everything? Like, it was like you had the untouchables and shit, from what I heard from that PK guy. People just being kicked out of restaurants and stuff.
but I don't know, like have you usually got borders? Like it's all one country, but is there states?
Hmm.
Or is it just like towns and provinces and cities?
What, in Canada?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we have provinces, but like each province is so far away from the like. There's so much land in between, like where the borders are.
But
So,
you
like,
don't have
province-
you don't
Is that-
have like states like us, hey, like
No, it's like provinces, and like every province just has like one or two main cities, and you know, it's like a
Right.
small country in a inside like a small country in people, but like a large land. So
but I
like
was just gonna say, like during COVID they closed our borders between the states.
oh shit.
So yeah, like that's some tricky shit. Like
Yeah.
Did they do that across the whole of Australia?
yeah, all the borders closed.
The whole of
Yeah, see-
lockdown?
Pretty much.
See, over here you wouldn't have to do that because
Yeah.
all of the
Anyway.
all of the different provinces are so like the cities are so far away from each other that people don't usually go between
You would have been,
provinces.
yeah, because there was laws, wasn't there? So you couldn't drive so far out of the city or whatever. What it was over here, anyway. You couldn't drive an hour. from where you lived or something.
Fuck, that was nuts, eh? Looking back.
Right.
Yeah.
It was nuts. Just used to wake up in the morning and just be like, what the fuck is going on here? And then we had this thing where at like 7 o'clock at night on a certain time of the thing, people come out and bang pots and pans for all the people working in the fucking hospitals and shit. It was unbelievable. We were just like, if you can't think for yourself, bang your pan. Ding, ding.
Yeah.
In the worst of the lockdowns, there was, I think we got not even 12 hours notice of a border closing between the states.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah,
See,
that's like,
and I suppose there are some borders which aren't that far away from each other in Australia as well, right? So you could be maybe stopping over at, going from like parent, like say like a kid might be at the dad's or something. Do you know what I mean?
So-
And then,
some places are like the town's border, like they're on the same border.
Jesus Christ.
Like they just get a
crazy.
special exception, but the town next to it would be cut off.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, like they'd maybe make the announcement at like 9 or 10 o'clock that night, and then 6 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, borders shut.
And like,
Yeah.
what would be the reasoning behind it? Do you know what I mean? Some old person somewhere.
COVID,
Like,
yeah, hotspots.
and they could just come up with them wherever they wanted. Do you know what I mean? Oh man, I bet they were just having a field day, absolute field day with that.
All right, guys, I gotta go. I'm gonna bed. See you guys later.
No, good man. Cheers for coming on, eh?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
After this spliff anyway, but yeah, lovely chatting to you.
Yes.
I forgot we were
usual.
on YouTube. I thought it was a fucking three-way call.
Right. Well, until next time. Hopefully, if you come on next time, I'll be on. If you
Yeah.
have me.
All
All
right,
right,
I'll
man.
go easy on you in the comment section, my man.
Okay, man. See ya.
All right, peace out.
Sweet
Peace.
dream. Yeah, I'm gonna get off after this spliff anyway, but yeah, it's been awesome. It's been right good chatting to you.
Yeah. Well, been bouncing around the comment section.
Yeah, that's it. And I
Can't
will
just do
start streaming.
24/7 fucking dramas.
Oh man alive. Yeah, it's been nice because we didn't really have to talk about that shit either, because it's just a given, isn't it? So what we talk about all the time in the comments, so we can actually have some downtime from it, which is quite nice.
It's an easy conversation to have.
It is, yeah. Well, it's what's happening. It's like talking about the weather, isn't it? It's like, oh, fucking hell, Storm Dean's coming into town again. Like, God.
Yeah, no, honestly, it was just good that some other people started to see some of the shit, to be
Yeah.
fair. Like,
Likewise with you as well, because like that's when we got chatting, wasn't it? Because I could tell, you could see, and obviously you could tell that I'd only just opened my eyes. But you know,
yeah, well, I think it was the Avatar. I'm sure I remember that Avatar.
which one?
The one with the checkers on it. The
Oh yeah,
tic-tac-toe.
oh yeah. I've been around for ages. I've been around. Yeah, always had that avatar. Not the one with Dean on though. It had my face on before. And that's
Yeah,
why it was so hilarious when they had this fucking docs of me, because I was like, up until maybe a week ago, I had my fucking picture up on my profile picture all the time.
Yeah. Hold on, I'll be back in a minute.
All right, no worries. I suppose I should maybe think about something to say. I haven't been watching my Glitch in the Matrix stories. Damn. Was there one? Nothing that was particularly amazing. I did watch one, but I can't remember them.
Alrighty, I'm back.
All right.
Oh, there we go. I'm an important streamer now. Pausing the streams and fucking pausing mics.
Well, that's very, very. Well, you're doing better than Evil because he just leaves me hanging when he goes. Just leaves you. Don't believe no pausing. You don't do
Yeah.
that.
I couldn't figure that out for I'd be on the stream and then like, it's like, hey, where the fuck? Like, there's nobody talking. Like, what? And then like about an hour later, just kind of like must wander back up to the microphone, start talking. Oh fuck! Like you don't realize how loud your phone's turned up. Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Carl just shitting you up in the middle of the night after he's been silent for fucking 15 minutes, and you've got onto something else, playing a game or something in the silence in the dark at night, and Carl starts. I don't know.
I do like Evil. Like, I don't know. He's been a trooper.
Evil's fucking amazing. Like, yeah, totally. Like, this is why they don't like it, because they know that it just comes from everything around this end, all comes from the heart, and it's fucking kryptonite for them, whether they agree with it or not.
Yeah, I hate that shit.
Yeah, it all comes from the heart. There's like, there's no one who's around who I talk to who hasn't got it coming from the heart. You know, I think.
So, if anything, I think I like Evil when he's on other streams, like more than when he's on his own.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's like, yeah, it seems to just fucking. Like he's different.
Maybe. I don't know. I've not noticed. I haven't noticed at all.
Like, yeah, I don't know. Like, whether he's distracted, I don't know. But so, like, some of those ones were on Ricardo's. It's like you turn up and it was like always pretty funny shit to tell you the truth.
The two together. I was so sad when all that went off with Ricardo because I was getting into my element with that because I'd said to both of those at that I was just like, it's poetry. Those two together.
Yeah, like you could hardly understand a word they're fucking saying, either of them, for about 3 hours.
I could understand it, but it was just, it worked so well. They were so different, but they worked so well together. And I think Evil might have been a bit disappointed when it all went tits up because I think, you know, he thought that Ricardo was kind of all right, I think, for a bit, and then obviously realised that it was all fucked up. But, like, yeah, it was all sad because we all thought, you know, he's funny as fuck. Like, he's got some really good creative elements to him, and that's obviously how we can come up with all this fucking paranoia and crazy shit, whether it's real or show or mix of both. Because that's what happens when you're so creative, innit? I suppose it's a fine line, but Jesus Christ. Yeah. I think with Evil, maybe the reason why he goes on with other streams is it does give him that chance to be more of a facilitator and more of like a party host than he gets to be when he's doing his own shit on the stream. Maybe. Hello? You still there?
Why? Shit. I think I muted my mic.
Aha.
Well, either that or turn my camera on. Fuck, one or the other.
Oh, so I'm going to do the obligatory thing of saying when you're coming onto the Discord then, because you can have a good chat. We can all have chats then. You can come and chat with Evil and that. It's fun.
Yeah, I don't really do Discord.
I know, but you could just come just for that. Just like fuck being involved in the, like, you know, in all the, although you love doing comments, you probably enjoy it. But like, you know, you don't have to go in all the rooms and everything. But often there's someone streaming in the voice chat, and it's either a game or Vic does his cinema or something like that, and we can have like a chat then. It's really good. There's also Discord games that we play sometimes.
Yeah, so I never got, like, I did download it fucking years ago, like, when really to stay with a game. There's like,
yeah, for Jackbox or something. Yeah, I did it the same thing. Like someone wanted me to play Jackbox or something, so I had to do it.
But then, yeah, it just became fucking full on. It's like,
I know what you mean. In my previous Discord existence, I had like stripped down the side. I've still got some of them, like all these servers that I was like signed up to, and like fucking ridiculous. Like I can't believe I did. It was probably during lockdown. Do you know what I mean? And I was just like checking in on all these fucking rooms, random people. It was quite interesting because everywhere's different, aren't they? But like,
Yeah, no, mine was I just got a new phone. I just went and downloaded like a shitload of apps.
yeah,
But there was a game that I had to. You couldn't chat through it, so everyone was like on Discord, just like so you could squat up in the games. Like,
yeah. Yeah, well, Discord's good for Minecraft as well for me. We used to use it for that. Definitely. Much better than, because I do it on a PlayStation, so like using the fucking typing
yeah,
thing. Ridiculous. Play it. So yeah, but you should play it though, because we could just have a chat with everyone.
Yeah, I might try and suss it out.
Mm.
It seems like everyone's there.
Yeah, everyone's in there, and I think you'd enjoy it because, like, what you said about Evil and stuff, that's kind of what he's like all the time in there because we're all just chatting together, and so he's just enjoying being in everyone. You know, he's just really good at facilitating that. I thought about that after you said that, and it's like I can understand that because I do think that he's really good at bringing that out in people.
Fair, like honestly, like it's the times. The time zone differences is what makes me not catch a lot of streams a lot of the time.
Me too. Yeah.
Like I was doing something else and I had more free time, but yeah, like now I can hardly catch a stream anymore. Like,
yeah.
But then when I do, it's like I catch heaps of them. It's like, but yeah, they're weird times for us over here. Like,
it's the same for me as well because it's like it depends on those guys as well because if it changes a bit, for me my time scale is kind of set, so they change their times of doing this. I can't just be like, oh well, that's later on in the afternoon for me. It's not. It's like it's when I should be asleep, going to work before I go to work, so I can't change that, so I miss it.
More often than not, like they're in the mornings for us.
Yeah.
So it's like it's either some stupid o'clock time, like 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, or it's like 9 o'clock in the morning. It's like fucking who's gonna do it? Like you got shit to do. Like
it's the other way around for me. So it's like either sort of, which should be a good time, but it's like 9 o'clock at night, 8, 9 o'clock at night, which is shit for me because I'm putting my kid to bed, and half the time I fall asleep at the same time. So then I wake up at 3 in the morning, see, and then 3 in the morning comes, and that's always worked out all right. And I think that's where I align with the Aussie people because when it comes to 9 o'clock in the morning for me, I think it might be a different time for you guys, but it kind of lines up for the extremities line up for the Australians and the UK people, whereas you know, it's like the other guys, it's different.
That's what I'm like. Say if we try to go like for Aussies, if we go live in our prime time, it's like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning for all of them.
Yeah,
it's
so what's
like,
your prime
that's
time?
when like there's no one around and it's like it sucks.
Yeah.
But they all go live at like they're like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night when it's just like everything's all chill. They can just like kick a stream for like 2-3 hours, pull up at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
it's like first thing in the morning for us. It's like I haven't got 3 hours at 9 o'clock in the morning. Like
it depends. I used to be able to, but not so much now because I've got 9 o'clock came this morning. I think it was this morning, and we were on the Discord and we were having a right good. It was good, like just chilling. It was really, really nice. But I was just like, I have to go now because it's breakfast time. My kid's getting up and Sunday's starting. You know, and for them it's like
Saturday night party time.
10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah. Saturday night party time. Let's go start some shit online. Like.
Yeah, I'm like, see you later.
And it's like, oh fucking, I'm tired, man. Like.
Yeah, so many times, and then you've got people like Lewis coming on, going, go and look after your kid, and you're like, it's 3 o'clock in the fucking morning, you idiot.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get they say some nasty shit about
Oh yeah,
fucking whatever. Like,
it's just projection. You know what I mean? I point it out because I find it interesting. Really, it doesn't affect me in any way. It's just funny.
I can tell that you're smart enough to just fucking know that.
Oh,
You
I
just
just use
don't
it.
take shit from them. Like, it's all bullshit. Fuck
Yeah, it's
them.
just
Don't
seeing
worry
what
about it.
it shows who they are as people, doesn't it? And that's what it is. It's like you're like, right, okay, so why would you say that? And why have you gone to that thing? Especially with Lewis, because it's as plain as the nose on his face.
Yeah, well, I suppose, if you got dirty fingernails, you've got dirty fingernails. It's
Mm.
I can't believe, like, how long that hung around for was like, my fucking god, like.
Still going on. I'm going to do a song about it because it came up in recommendations that I'm sub to some old dude or something who does songs, and he did that song, "I'm an old cowhand." You know that song, and I just thought,
No.
God, I can do that one. I'm a doo-doo hand. Da, 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 da. So I'm going to do that. Do a doo-doo hand song.
Yeah, that was when I started to sort of drag out the jokes on them.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, fucking, let's just drag out some like lame joke for the next 2 months, like till they get sick of it. Like,
That's what I've tried to do with the fucking fart TV, and with Lewis, I always save my stupidest insults for him because we'll get a better reaction out of him than anyone else.
poor old Lewis.
Yeah.
But how's this fucking Newbin with his?
What the
He's
fuck?
come up with this fucking podcast bullshit.
What?
Have you been seeing some of these jokes?
No.
Fucking hell! Like, where he keeps saying like, I'm trying to get him and Rabbit Dude to do podcasts, and then I keep saying like, fucking, I'm not like I'm not even your producer.
Do you know what? That'd be a fucking awesome stream. You producing fucking Rabbit Dude and Lewis.
Well, no, it was only a joke. Like, I think Newbin just made the joke one time, and then I kind of like kept going with it.
Yeah, and Lewis.
And then like next minute, Albo's like, "Oh, you suck as a producer. Like, you can't even get your podcast up." I'm like, "What the fuck? Like, can't." That would be the funniest shit. Like, just silent. It'd be silence. Like, Rabbit and Newbin.
Lewis was there.
Well, and Rabbit, like, that would just be a silence podcast.
That'd be brilliant.
But yeah, it was only ever like a little joke. But oh, Jesus Christ! Like,
Justy in chat there, it'd be fucking hilarious.
just a completely 2-hour, just blank, dead air stream and no chat.
If Rabbit Dude was allowed to just talk on his own and do his own thing, I wonder what he'd come up with. You know what I mean? If Dean wasn't there and no one was watching over him and he could just be free to do what he wanted, I'd be very interested to see what he did. Because he'd have to.
I reckon like some dark web backrooms fucking horror type shit.
Like Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah.
Looking around his shoulder all the time in case DVD or fucking Dean turns up.
Just checking all these dolls and fucking. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I go in on the dude, but just
he's
really.
on him, I know. Do you know what I mean? Like,
well, I don't know. Like, it's probably just being a wanker, but it was like trying to make him do something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I couldn't give a fuck about some random dude on the other side of the world. Really, like.
No, I mean,
Like,
I don't know. I mean, I love everyone as well at the same time as not giving a shit about them. I mean, the same, I suppose, is the whole thing with life, innit? With being part of.
No, I meant like more like he just seems like a brick wall. Like, there's been no response. So,
yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't mind trolling back.
Yeah. He can take. I think the thing with Rabbit Dude is he's an all right person, a decent person. You know what I mean? It's just he's had no opportunity to be himself. I don't think, in my opinion, anyway. It looks like from the outside, it might be different. He might be being encouraged in ways that we don't understand. Who knows?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like,
Mm.
yeah, no, I was just really just trying to justify that, like, because I know I do go in pretty hard.
That's just you, though. I mean, this is where we are, though, isn't it? People can't take a joke.
Yeah, no, there's a few he doesn't take real well. I'll put that in the list. Like,
Yeah. That's because he hangs around with them guys, and they've got no fucking sense of humour.
you know, that's why you gotta with Lewis. Really, it's like
Mm.
dude was hosting them heat streams, and then as soon as it came back, yeah, just
I
like
couldn't believe it. Lewis's reaction that the first time I saw it, I couldn't believe it. Like, because I'd seen him about, I knew Evil didn't like him. I didn't know why it was, really. But I knew Evil was just like, he'd obviously had his moment with Lewis. I was just like, that guy's a fucking dickhead. Like, I was just like, yeah, he's a bit annoying, but you know. And then I went on that stream when they were doing that karaoke, but it was like all fucked up because they couldn't work out how to deal with the lag and everything. And it was just really shit how they were doing it. And so they were like trying to sing diss songs at me or something when I turned up, and it was just the shittest thing I ever heard. And I was having a laugh in those days because I think Dean and me were still all right as well. Me and Dean were maybe all right then, maybe not.
yeah, I can't remember. I really don't.
We were having a laugh, and then Lewis turned up. Lewis was on that panel, and everyone else we were just like roasting each other, joking. And Lewis just took it to this next level. He was calling me because like Albert wasn't there. That was it. Albert wasn't there, and we were having a laugh. And he was calling me a cunt, and it was just worse than Albert. It was like this little kid had got hold of someone's swearing dictionary and was just going at it.
He'd learned a few new words that day and just was going off.
Yeah, he didn't know what it was.
I swear he used to just have a bad day.
Yeah, he
and
didn't
just like come on and just cut sick. Like,
yeah, I think that's what he does. And for me, that time, he didn't really know me. He didn't know who I was, really. I'd not had any interactions with him that much. And he'd just obviously been listening to Albert and trying to emulate him or something. There was something going on there and using me as some sort of target or something for that. Not like a personal thing, just, you know, like with me, with my videos, like having a focus to test out a fucking filter on that Lightworks or something. With Lewis, it was more testing out some, I don't know, deep-seated aggression and...
But see, wasn't that really like... I'm just sort of thinking back then, you were still kind of in like Darius's chats.
Yeah, I think I was.
Yeah,
yeah,
like,
I was.
That was still a while ago then.
I was friends with Evil and he hated Evil at that time. And so they were still all right with me because they were asking me about Evil all the time, weren't they? So they'd give me grief, but Dean was always trying to get information out of me, and D. Reed was.
But that's what I meant. Like, I think maybe some of it was more just like attacks, but it's to drag you out of Darius's chat and stream.
Yeah, well, that was it, isn't it? Parasite.
Because then all of a sudden, like, you're now over there talking smack and defending yourself and making videos on them and fucking dragging heat.
Yeah, well, I don't think that was Lewis's intention. I think that's just because he was in the wake of Dean, but that was what Dean was doing, and that's why
they just do it around him. Like,
I
don't think Lewis was that cunning to think of that.
No, Lewis was just part of like what Dean collected up to do that. He was part of he wasn't a tool. He was part of the tool to do it. And that's what he does.
To be fair, I think he would have just probably rather just like was probably in there more for the views and subs.
When Lewis went off, I'm not sure. I think there was some real hatred there, but it wasn't against me. It was, and I don't think the hatred he had towards Evil was necessarily at first towards Evil. I think there's something going on there. You know,
he was just an angry fucker.
Yeah,
just he'd have a bad day and just cut sick.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it was. And he found a receptacle in Evil, and then he just transposed that onto me, I think, that day. And it was just out of nowhere, though. So you're just like, God, you are one of those like typical people, like you say, just goes on the internet just to do that. Just a
Yeah,
wanker.
well,
Just a wanker.
Kane, like, yeah, it did. Like, and then look, to be like, once a whole bunch of shit came out, it's like you can see why they're angry and projecting and shit because
Yeah,
they are what they're preaching. Like,
I know.
they can't sick about like dudes living at home, not having jobs, not having cars, girls.
But it all comes
list-
from them. Like, we're not the ones going on about that shit. Yeah, we'll have a laugh and a joke about it and whatever, but it's not like the meat and potatoes of what we're going on about. Or it didn't
No,
used to be.
no, it's not like toilet humor. Like,
Yeah.
I
There's
don't know. I've tried to type at least a little bit more than toilet humor.
Yeah, toilet humor's great, and it's a part of this place is how that is artistically used in a way that isn't just. It is crude, but in an artistically crude way, and I love it. But it has to pop up against other stuff, doesn't it? So that's how it
you
works.
can't just be all of it. Like,
Yeah, you got to like have that friction of it rubbing up against something else, and so like that's why Murray
that's
never.
why I always called Albo lame. It's like everything's just a dick joke.
Oh man, yeah.
So
Well,
like 99% of them, he just puts penis in the name.
Yeah, it's so
And it's
ridiculous.
like, yeah, fire, dude. Like,
And it just stops him from doing anything else. That's the thing, 'cause he just stops it at that level. And it reminds me of people when you're in a social situation, you have to like I said to someone the other day, like chop bits off yourself to fit in, aren't you? You've got to like you just got to dumb yourself down sometimes. I think for Dean, a lot of people have to dumb whatever it is about themselves down so that he doesn't feel threatened by them, and they just like they know.
yeah, I know what you're saying, but then that's what you can't do because every time I've seen him do it to people, that's when he then becomes smarter. Like he kind of tricks you down to his level, and then all of a sudden it's like pulls a little trick on you,
Yeah.
pulls the carpet out, and then that channel's toast.
He doesn't always do it. I know exactly what you're saying because I was watching that with Ricardo, and we were both watching that with Ricardo, and I've
Yeah,
seen
like
it with Evil as well.
I've admired the way he's done it to some people. Like he's made them look like an idiot.
Yeah.
Like just bringing them on stream and just asking them just the simplest shit, and then next minute they just seem like a total fucking tool. And
Yeah, exactly.
Stream's over.
Yeah. That's when that's what Buttocks tries to do sometimes as well. I think he picked up a lot of that stuff from Buttocks.
Yeah, well, they've all watched each other.
Yeah.
Like
That's his style. Definitely his style. And I think he's learned a lot from Tony as well, because Tony does that shit, doesn't he?
yeah, like the drags them into the drags the trot,
Like the manipulation, yeah, the sort of sheepdogging and stuff. I've seen Tony do it very well before, and I think
he's done it to Dean.
Yeah, that's where I think he learned it from. I think he
pretty
learned.
much. Like he did do it to Dean.
Yeah, well, the thing with Dean as well is I think the times when he actually does take note of things is when he is like actually threatened, and, and actually feels it as a defense. All his shit is just based around defense. So like you need a hook, don't you? And with Tony, he got that hook because he got him big time.
Here's a funny one. Like I remember ages ago thinking Albo's being homeless was a stick, like just a joke.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
And I was like,
real, could it?
fuck, man, like he's making the best videos. Like I think this cunt's homeless. Like surely not. And then it was just like, like fuck, like
it all changed then, didn't it? It all went a bit south then, yeah.
Just even the blood, like you just feel everything just going on, like oh no, like
I was just like, oh, I had that moment with Dean, like it was a few months back, and Tommy had it, and it was a bit before, and he was like, oh, I've just realised how fucked up this guy is. Like, I feel bad. Like, this guy is really, really mental.
I was convinced that Albo was like the guard or something.
Yeah, he is. He's like the little dog.
Yeah, like the fucking car park security officer or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Just doing his fucking rounds 24/7 and like making good, like, because that'd be a good job.
Fire safety officer, yeah. Totally.
Yeah, and well, like security guards pull like 12, 15, 16-hour shifts.
Oh, right. You thought that was his job. I thought you meant like like metaphorically on the streams, but he was
No,
like.
no, no. I thought for legit,
Oh
and he
right. Yeah.
was just like playing a character off.
Oh right.
I'm
Okay.
like,
Yeah, but he was like car park security on the streams as well,
well, yeah,
checking everyone's coming in and out, checking the paperwork, checking the
car
cameras to
park.
see where they've been, how long they've been in there for.
Yeah, he probably fucking like saves car parks for dollars. Like, just like keeps a car park vacant for you for like $5 every day. Like,
Can you do that? I
they
didn't
do
know.
around the city.
Yeah, yeah,
It's,
makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense
it's hard to
actually.
get parking spots, but probably not at his shitty shopping centre.
No, that's it. It looks a bit out of time. Well, I don't know. Who showed it, man? It looks like a nice place. To be fair, it's on the beach. Looks nice. Don't know what he's doing, hanging around in there all the time.
I
On the
don't
beach.
fucking know. Like,
Why aren't you down on the fucking beach?
he never used to just be in the car park.
Yeah.
What didn't he used to live like up near the near the intersection?
He used to live near the Jollibees, or I thought he did. He used to walk around near there, didn't he? A lot. And then there was
Nah,
the pillars.
yeah,
Does he
yeah,
not
but he
live near
used to
those
live
pillars
up on.
anymore?
No, remember he used to live like up on the street in like there's like an intersection.
Oh well, did he? Well, I've seen him
Yeah,
on.
yeah, he had like a grass bit out near the street.
Where were we talking? Well, I'm thinking when I used to watch him, he lived on. He was in the pillars a lot. he was in that what's it called? Underneath bit where it's all undercover.
Oh yeah, no, he never used to be under that shopping centre. Like he moved into there.
Where what?
Like he used to just like patrol the streets.
Well, yeah, I remember that, but I didn't know he had any. Yeah, when he was doing the Carl on the Move and stuff like that. Well, no, because he was doing that in the shopping centre.
No, he used to just like do laps up and down the street and like cross the intersection and then just do like a blocking.
I remember that because people used to shout at him when he used to and honk the horns after and shit when he used to go past.
Yeah, maybe he got a bit famous. I don't know. Like,
well, he was walking around in fancy dress, didn't he? He started doing that then.
well, that's where the blue tarp was, because like in the background of one of the videos, you could see his fucking like blue tarp in the bushes.
Like and everything, yeah.
But yeah, like maybe some of the others remember, like it was like out at the intersection. All the videos were like nearly at the intersection.
I didn't know. I never even triangulated it. I never even thought.
And like, yeah, he's like moved now to the shopping centre. Yeah, but I don't know. Like, I seriously did think he was just a security guard and was like just filming on his patrols.
Yeah, makes sense. And doing like a character of like a homeless guy, like yeah. But no.
Yeah, but no, it wasn't to be. Like,
no. Yeah, same with Gene. Like I thought it was a narc and everything, but I didn't know how far gone he was. And it was just like how crazy he went. I can't remember what it was recently. And I just had this gnosis. It was like a naked lunch moment. And I was just like, really saw how it was probably the stuff with his son. It was all that shit with his son when all that came out. And I thought, fucking hell.
with Dean though, like he's been through the like. There's been dudes calling him out for fucking like 5 or 6 years.
I know, that's it. But we never heard anything about it, did we?
Well, it's like they just sort of do a bit, and then it's like 12 months later, you're like, oh fuck, I've got to move on. Like, and then like the next person picks it up. But
he's never encountered us before, though. He's never encountered a group like us before.
Oh, he's got smashed around a fair bit. Like,
no, but where he could sneak around and hide behind people, because I don't think the grey areas of trolling are as. Yes, you've got factions where there'll be different standards, I would imagine, in different communities and stuff, but I don't think the grey
Well,
area that
well,
Darius used to
honestly, the original one was he used to do like rap react videos.
Yeah, I remember some of that shit when he used to play it before back in the day, but I can't remember all of it.
Well, he called this kid out, this dude. Like it wasn't that good,
Yeah.
but he did call this dude out, and the kid kind of like took started trolling him back, like
Mm,
like he saw the reaction video and then like but ended up making like heaps of money and like million+ channel, got a
mm.
record deal. Like I think he's still shit, but kind of went on to become a success, and that's where like some of these first like haters really come from, like because that kid kind of got popular, I think, around his area.
Really? Off
And
Dean? Did he get popular off Dean then?
well, that's what like he still used to burn Dean. Like he'd come back and be like, "Yeah, fuck you, can't like I've got my million subs, like your
Uh,
comments ain't shit." And a
oh.
lot of them like he copped heat from that. And then basically like
I didn't know
that's
this guy had 1 million subs, the guy he was on about. I just had that dismissed in my head as just like the people who we used to do this with. I thought
the
people
kid
at our
went
level.
from like nothing to up to 1 million subs,
No
but still used to come
shit.
back to shit on Dean.
Well, where's
Yeah,
he? Go and talk to him. Where the fuck's he?
I don't know.
Oh my, does
But
he know this shit's going on? Because I bet he'd be finding this hilarious if he
well,
does.
I don't know. And then there was the other dude that came along like about 4 years ago and was picking on his million+ video. And he would just like make troll videos and like get heaps of views and subs. And yeah, like Dean was like the butt of their jokes. And they
Again,
kind of spun off from
I find
defending
that
this rapper
weird.
kid.
Oh, he gets subs because he's already famous for doing the rapping, is it? And then why would he get extra subs for ragging on someone like Dean, though?
No, like some of the guys' followers.
Oh,
Like
so
they kind of broke off into them trolling Dean for
right. So
quick
Dean get
views.
loads of subs and shit out of it, right? And so yeah, so that encouraged him. I kind of worked out that that's kind of how he got to where he got to with us. That he'd got this like
Well, it's made him. It kind of stopped doing all these React videos and shit, and he still kept going for a while. But yeah, he kind of would cop shit and then change it up.
Well, that's it. I think he's always done this.
Yeah. That I don't know who that kid's name's. Bennett.
I don't know.
It's pretty easy to find.
Oh, Ben Eats, yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Ben Ease.
Yeah. Oh, Ben Eats. Oh, I don't know Ben Eats.
Like I don't even know if he still does YouTube these days, but
It'll be funny to just to see what if he wants to do as a little statement or something. He'll
just a blast
pre-recorded.
from the past.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I'm trying to remember the name of the guy that done the video. I had it up on mine. Like, I actually even like asked him if I could host, like, use the video. He's like, yeah, sweet, you can use it. So I threw it up on my channel.
It'd be cool if you did know about it, because I've often thought about, like, with Darius and stuff and all the people who, obviously more people have come out of the woodwork now because of Slotham and that. But at one bit I was like thinking to myself, like, God, like so many people wanted this to happen to Darius for so long. Like I wasn't like one way or another over it. I just thought it was interesting and funny that all these people just be sat there laughing their ass off at him now.
I didn't believe that he doxed his address. I thought that was such a stooge.
Oh man,
but
it's just like, there you go. Like, you do these things, you have to deal with it. That was the thing for me. That was the last straw, and I was like, you're just a fucking piece of shit pussy now, because you can't even turn around and say, all right, yeah, I did that, fucking hell, you know.
Yeah, he just gone.
Yeah, just acted like a total pussy over it. And that's why I don't think it was, too contrived, that, or anything, like, like flipping channels like you were saying with that one, because he disappeared, didn't he? And it didn't do him any good.
No, true. I've caught a couple of them, like his videos, when he came back as the arm swing.
Oh yeah.
But I didn't even think that was a real channel.
No, I
Like,
didn't.
that's how much of it. Like, I don't care about
Yeah, me
some
too.
of them videos no more. It's like
I've not
I
watched
just
one of his videos since he came back. I don't give a shit. Couldn't give two
just
shits
looks
about it.
like a fake channel. Whatever.
Yeah, that's it. And it's like, I know it's not that anyone particularly thought it was a leader or anything like that. Like I said before, just because of the standpoint that he had, it just nullifies it completely, even the comedy aspect of it, because it was funny. But like, if the guy himself is maybe I could watch it knowing he's a pussy, and it might still be funny, possibly. I'm not sure. I just can't be arsed.
But see, he could have like, I don't know.
Oh,
It's
I
pretty
couldn't.
shit get doxed, but he could have played it off.
Yeah, man. Of course, it was the
Could
way.
have tried something.
That's the game, innit? That's the game. It's like, if this does happen to you, you have to handle it some way or another, and it's how you handle it that matters. Like for me, I was just like, yeah, I'm just going to use this. If someone, I couldn't give two shits about Dean. I thought it was stupid when he had to fucking Photoshop it, and I called him out for that. But I'll just use it to show his hypocrisies and other people's hypocrisies. I'm like, yeah, this is a great petard for me to hoist people up to. Couldn't give two shits about. Like I say, my face was on my profile picture for years.
Yeah, honestly, I'm on my phone, so I didn't even know for the longest that you can click to make the photos bigger. Like, I sit there and squint and look at some pictures, and then you just kind of remember the color.
Yeah, that's it.
Like,
I remember Ricardo's picture. I think that some people, you just see them and you think,
yeah,
it's
the
in your
old
head.
evil one with like,
The old evil one, yeah.
yeah, like there was like a pentagram. I don't know, it looked like a pentagram fucking thing.
Yeah, it was a pentagram on top of a foot bath. If I remember rightly. With something else on top.
I really don't even do YouTube on my computer. So
Mm.
it was when I first started doing them on that, it was like you could actually see the pictures. It's like, oh fuck, that's what that avatar is like.
Yeah, it was what I started
Oh,
doing.
that looks really cool. Like,
Yeah, now you can see the lore behind it. Yeah, because like obviously when you're taking the avatars for the video,
it's actually the same as some of the longer streams. Like I usually just watch them in 144. So half the time when someone jumps on panel, they're just a blur anyway.
yeah, it's just the sound, isn't it? That's the thing about streams that's great about it. Unless they're actually sharing their screen, you can just have it on as a sound thing while you're doing shit. So it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, well, that's what I used to do with a lot of the longer ones.
So who's the old lady in yours then? Has she got some lore behind her?
The one ripping Billy's.
Yeah,
Nah,
because she reminds me.
I think I googled old ladies smoking bongs,
That's a good
and
idea.
that was like one of the first pictures that come up.
It reminded me of there's a guy, he's quite big, and I used to watch him. He does scammers, like exposing scammers, and one of his main things, was it him? No, it wasn't him. I'm getting him mixed up with someone else. It was just this random person, and his theme was this old lady with a asthma inhaler. Was it? I think it might be like that.
Rigged up like a bong.
Yeah, rigged up like everything you could think of. It had been a bong and so many different things. This old lady in all these different outfits all the time.
The full picture's got three of them sitting on a lounge, and like one of them's like she's not lighting it, another one's lighting it for her.
Oh, nice.
And then there's like another old lady next to her, kind of looking over her shoulder at what they're doing.
That was brilliant.
So I think it was like an advertisement for medicinal shit.
Oh, yeah. Or it could be a birthday card.
Because like she's got it to the side, like she's lighting it side on.
Mm.
But it was an old Viz joke. I was using the name Ada, Mrs. Old Lady, Brady Old Lady.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Back when I was making jokes with Finbar.
Fucking Viz, yeah. Yeah, Finbar, see, he stopped coming, didn't he, when all that shit happened with Tony. See, what happened there, right? And I was thinking about this the other day. Evil once said to me, he went, oh, something happened with Tony last night, because I always used to miss the streams, and I was like, used to get right, like, oh my God, I can't believe it. And there was like around that time when loads of shit was going off all the time. I used to miss it all. Like I just set a fucking goal for them all, go to bed, and all those goals had been kicked in the fucking night, and I'd just miss it all. And Tony had come on, and he'd let something slip or something, and Evil the next day was like, I'll tell you later. He was like, but he basically proved your theory completely, and I had many theories on Tony, so I didn't know which theory he meant, and I was just like, you've got to tell me what it was, you've got to tell me. And the more I asked him about it, the more he refused to tell me, so I don't know to this day what it was that proved that I was right about Tony all along. But they defended Tony for a bit, because I was never like fully against him. I was just like, just be wary of him, and just, he's doing some bullshit, and this is the bullshit he's doing. And people just didn't believe it, but they did, and eventually.
Yeah, see, really, I wasn't even commenting that much. Probably, like, I used to watch a lot more stuff than I used to comment.
Yeah.
And some of those channels, like, I would comment after a while. Like, I'd watch a lot of their shit, listen to a few streams.
Yeah.
And like, because I don't know, you just see what it's going on.
In those days as well, there was a lot of Amico streams going off, weren't there? So you could just watch those, because there's loads of people on them.
There was something happening, like you didn't, or you could just be reading the comments, and it's like, well, I'm not going to comment, but I'll just read the next, like, the last hour's worth of comments, and then next minute the stream's over. But a lot of them, it's like, before I would even start to comment, it would like be going to the shit. So it's like, some of it'd be all good for a couple of weeks, and then it's like, oh, hang on, like, nah, you've just fucked this person over in another chat. Like, something's going to go down here. And then, like, a week later, like, there's just, I don't know, just random shit. Like,
seeing how it goes. Like, looks like what Blonde was saying, like, you don't give a shit about all that side of things, which I think is refreshing, because from my perspective, like, the whole Brownian motion of that, like you're saying, like, you might be the only person in that chat who knows that person. I'm not on it as much as I used to be, but that person pissed that person off and all that shit. And it's like, I love that shit. I find that interesting. Like,
well, I think a lot of it too, everyone keeps saying it, but I think it's true, where like, it was more a coat, like, everyone's come out of COVID, and it's like, yeah, I don't know, like, everyone just had more time up their sleeve for some of that shit. Everyone was just a bit ready to just fucking fire off at someone for no reason. Like, fuck it, I'm going in. Like,
oh yeah, no, but all that shit happened with Albert after COVID.
oh yeah, no, I meant, no, I do. Yeah.
Oh,
true.
but it comes from that. Yeah, it's like we've come from that Biff timeline, haven't we? It's like we're still going on.
When the community seemed to really, like, well, the numbers grew. Like, there was more people hanging around, and you did have every other month, maybe something you could talk shit on that Amico for a bit.
It was the Amico. It was massively the Amico. Definitely the brought.
And then it was like, that'd go quiet. So yeah, like, go pick on something else.
And there were loads of games about and stuff, weren't there? Because there was loads of games coming out to capitalise on people being stuck inside. And
yeah, that's what I did. I said that for a long time too, that this was just the bottom of the barrel. Like, and I wasn't meaning it to hassle anyone, because I was in the bottom of the barrel myself, like there.
Oh,
it's like,
for me, it's the dusty corners. I see it in Limmy says
the dark alley.
The Scottish comedian. He's like, it's the bit, and it's ironic because it's about the nail. He's like, it's that bit in the corner of your nail where everything collects, and you just get the shit that you don't get anywhere else. So it's like really like built up. Like, and he's like, yeah, I wouldn't say it's the bottom of the barrel. I wouldn't impose. I think it's a beautiful thing. It's a different league in ways. It's another planet.
Yeah, I've looked around, and that was why I started making some videos early on too. Like, it wasn't always just to fucking make Albo unsubscribe and piss off Dean. But honestly, I thought there was some bigger channels hanging around because like there was some Amico stuff going on in that.
Oh,
But
yeah, I suppose so. I can give a shit. I can give a shit
yeah,
about
I didn't want people to get shredded.
it.
Like I looked at it as like maybe we kind of shred ourselves because if some of these bigger channels step in, like a lot of these people that are making videos and having streams and making content, you're gonna get hammered. Like
Well,
these
who's to
big
say that
channels
they
will just
aren't
like.
stepping, but they're on an all, you know? They
Well,
could,
that's what I thought Dean was all about at the start. Was like he wanted to go viral, so he came in where there
yeah,
might be some attention,
definitely.
and like a channel with like 200-300, like a tipster or RTU noticed Dean, and then just pick on him to fucking get
Yeah.
because they feed as well. They need to feed.
Mm.
And honestly, like I didn't want to see anyone that was left at that time get shredded. So I went in and I went aggressive. And I was like, if he's kind of come in and like look for some easy targets to make out of around the crew that are here making videos and stuff, like didn't matter really pro cult, not cult, whatever.
Mm.
But it was like you might find some nasty cunts down here, like
Mm. Yeah,
you
exactly.
know, don't because honestly, like that was around when like RTU went in on was it Retro Bro when they were gonna have that big fucking debate, and I was like, oh
It's swinging a bit.
shit, like it once they start feeding guys, like
Yeah.
maybe Retro Bro can handle some of this shit, but they're gonna shred like every other channel around. And I looked around and it's like, fuck, like yeah, we're not. Yeah, like all of these little streams that we all like are just going to get munched. And really, like, if they would have started making some fun, like, how many targets are there? Like,
Yeah, but I don't think. I think whatever was going on around here was just under everyone up there's radar and
not really.
the other side. Really?
No, Review Tech was all over Amico.
Well,
Like,
yeah.
he got dragged in with all that Tommy Tallarico scam shit himself. Like, he got caught with wearing his hoodie, remember?
Well, yeah. He kind of got sucked into it as much as I don't think Tommy found him that fucking useful or something. Did
No,
he?
he didn't get no joy. But and then well later on, like he came for Retro Bro. Him and his producer, that fucking his editor.
I don't know about his editor. Oh.
Him, his editor, they came for Retro Bro. And they had that big debate and it was all gonna be on I think they ended up going to like Twitch and no one watched it.
No, I never saw that, I don't think.
Yeah, that
But
was
after Metro Bro had said, I've had enough of it and all that shit and come and... Was that after that?
I think it all seems stoogey, but I think one of them made a comment and then Review Tech just had a boring week.
Yeah.
There's nothing on that week, so he just fucking grabbed it. But through Saggy, like that's like she was from Review Tech.
Yeah.
And
So,
yeah, like yeah, I don't know. Like
mind that was the bottom of the barrel, fucking Tommy and his crone, the people who he picked. They were the bottom of the barrel, weren't they? Because they were the ones who were just going to sell their fucking soul and their channel and everything.
yeah, I don't care. It's pretty funny looking back.
It really is. It needs a bit more of a retrospective, I think, than what's currently available. And there's loads of little offshoots that could be explored. The way people are being manipulated and stuff.
See, that's Uya's end of town, isn't it? He's got a pretty big. That's Uya's end of town.
Yeah.
He's got a pretty big heart on for Tommy.
Who hasn't? Because he's like, he was the one who brought he made all this happen, I suppose. But I'm fading out now, so I'm gonna sign off because I'm gonna go and have a couple of.
Yeah, well, shit, that's nearly 4 hours, man.
No way, really? Fucking hell.
Yeah, it's close to it.
Yeah.
Oh well, this will provide some fuel for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, I'll just end it and leave it up on the channel. So yeah, cool.
All right. Well, nice chatting to you, and thank you for having me.
No, that's all right. Yeah, sort your own StreamYards out. Get us up.
I will. I'll sort it out. I will. And we'll do some tarot.
All right. No worries. I'll let you go.
All right. Bye.
All right. Peace out.